it's detail oriented, but you can actually see results because there's no magic bullet for a lot of these intractable problems.
Exactly, Joe. This started way back in the early '90s when I met Jeff Canada, and I worked with him on the board of Reedland Center for Children and Families, and spending 4 or 5 years with him up there in Harlem, I could see that the American dream that I was living just was not possible for hundreds of thousands of kids, and specifically tens of thousands in central Harlem, but across the nation. I was learning what these kind of situations were. I grew up in this country, loving this country, believing the story, if you pull up your bootstraps, anybody can succeed. And I had the background.
I grew up loving this country.
And I was able to succeed.
Who didn't?
But looking at Central Harlem 25 years ago, it was such a toxic environment that had been marred by disinvestment in education, health, infrastructure. Everywhere you walked, there were dilapidated buildings. It didn't look safe for the kids.
Didn't look safe for the
kids. When Jeff came to me and proposed, and I had already known him for 4 years, the Harlem Children's Zone, to try and level the playing field and make that neighborhood similar to the middle-class neighborhoods across this country where children would have the opportunity to succeed. Not a guarantee for success, but just a shot at the American dream. I was all in. I was all in, because we had Jeff Cano on last week. I had known him for 4 years. I believed at the time he was the most extraordinary leader I had ever met. I still believe that. And in my business career, I liked making big bets, and particularly on great managements. And this was a massive, massive investment that I knew there was a lot of risk to it. But basically, if Jeff Canada told me to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge with him, I probably would have done it. So when he proposed this idea...
See, there was an error in the jobs report that was noted but not mentioned by Trump. It's about 3% off what it should be. What? That's ridiculous. Is that legit?
So we made the bet together, and Jeff delivered over and over again. Harlem Children's Zone has been a huge success. One of the things they've done that is most interesting.
It's noted in the report.
By another great leader, Ann Williams Isom. The transition
3%'s really not that crazy though.
Like, I had ever seen
I expect any report to be plus or minus 3%.
Ann did a phenomenal job. So we've had 2 great African American leaders, and as you mentioned, Kwame is set to take over July 1st. So we will have had 3 generations.
Scared it's going to cause a pullback today. Hell no. Hell no, Neo Soul. We are raging forward. Shit is opening up. Nobody cares about a virus. We were all fucking protesting together. Nobody gives a shit. People are ready to go out. I went out to dinner Friday night. The restaurant was motherfucking packed. Packed. Swarmed with motherfuckers.
Consciousness has been raised to the point where...
Can't stop, won't stop up in this bitch.
Is that going to be part of your mission? And
this virus didn't sweep through America. It didn't kill fucking, a third of the population, or even 10% of the population, or even 5% of the population off. Like, nobody's fucking scared. You know what I mean? And our population is still growing. GDP is still growing. People are still going to fly on airlines and use oil and fucking move around. You know what I mean? Like, the world is not ending. And we will continue. And 2-3 years from now, you're going to look back at the prices we had today and be like, my God, I should have been capturing motherfucking steals right now.
Holding the standard of excellence of what it takes to do this work on the ground and be able to share them with poor communities.
That's why the market doesn't even care about riots. It's like the market already got beat up. Like, it is what it is. We'll get through that too.
For what we're seeing that is playing out daily in the news.
ADMA won't get through it though. ADMA such a fat one.
The injustices, and that's causing a lot of mixed emotions on the ground with the folks that we serve, right? There's anger, there is sadness, and not only just because of the social justice environment, but this is all on the backdrop of a pandemic that is devastating our community, where Black people are 3.6 times more likely to die than their white counterparts. On top of just the fear of death, there is economic insecurity, food insecurity, housing insecurity, all on, again, on the back of an impending mental health crisis that's going to cause, continue to cause devastation within communities. Yet, despite all of that,
dude, we went hard body karate into American Airlines and Occidental Petroleum. Just two of the most beat down stocks possible that still have upside.
And we believe as we continue to codify best practices,
that's our move.
As Stan mentioned,
oil and airlines.
Of evidence
Oil and airlines.
So when you think about the 7,000 parents that have graduated through our baby college, the 2,000 4-year-olds that continue to graduate and enter kindergarten school ready, the elimination of the black-white achievement gap at our charter schools,
what do you think about the BETS ETF? I don't fuck with it.
Students that we have on college.
Although I am like super into ETFs now, and these over here on the right side of the screen are where I'm going to be putting my money in the future. Like, once I'm done riding the wave, a large chunk of my money is going to go into these 6 ETFs at these weights right here. MTUM is going to be 65% of my long-term just sitting there growing money. 10% in degrow, 10% in VV. Those are all, those top 3 are quarterly dividend payers, alright? Then for cash flow, which I'm so young, I don't need cash flow right now. Yesterday, I'm out smoking a joint, I see you pop up on Twitch. When's my joint log of PS? You're gone. Sad face, my internet fucking died, Elmon's for twins. My internet went out. It was a huge pain in the ass yesterday. These are the monthly ETFs. And then I ended up going to look at a property to purchase and make into a rental property or potential flip. But more on that later. I have to negotiate with... I have a private lender that I use to purchase the houses. So I need to negotiate with him. But... if we can, we might be cashing out this whole stock portfolio and purchasing another rental property and rehabbing it. And when I went to see this thing yesterday, it is fucked. I'm talking new roof, windows, siding. It needs motherfucking kitchens, 2 bathrooms. It's got mold in the basement. Somebody tried to finish a basement that should not be finished at all. So all that drywall's got to get taken out of there. It needs new furnace, AC, water heater, plumbing, electrical. I mean, it's a whole fucking rehab. It needs new floors everywhere. Yeah, it's a full rehab. But that's how I like to buy them, though. Fucked up. Completely fucked up. Where we do everything in the bitch. You know what I mean? There's no competition. There's no competition. People are like, I can't get into this fucking project. Fuck that. Yeah, but that's where the margin's made. That's where the margin's made, APZWE. And then if it's a rental afterwards, you know you did everything. There's not going to be a problem for 10 years. You just put a renter in there. Cash flow. Cash flow. Cash flow. And you can also... renting is honestly... that's like worst case scenario. You know what I mean? Which is always still a good scenario. And you have to look at everything as how will it make a good rental. You know what I mean? Old Wisco, what's good? But flip scenario is like, you know, we buy the thing for around 75K was my top number. You know what I mean? I think we're probably going to offer like 65K. It probably needs a good $60,000 in work, $60,000 to $70,000 in work done to it. So, you know, that puts us in around 130. I think maybe we can make a quick flip and sell it for 150 or 155 or something like that. If not, we just turn it into a rental, put a renter in there that pays off the mortgage, and fucking cash flow positive. No big deal. Oil name's ready to take off, baby. Let's go, casual gamer. We went hard body karate into Oxy this morning when we saw how up it was, and we already had some, so we just levered hard into American Airlines and Oxy this morning, and we're ready to ride the wave, baby. Let's go. How many push-ups are we gonna do this morning? I'm about to bust you out 10 right now, but we need to do leg day, dude. We can't be all swole up here and not down there, you know what I'm saying? So we're about to do a little extra today, old Wisco. I feel good. I feel good. Let me move all these chairs and shit. Nah, big body, skinny legs is the move. I'm a little late to the wave, but my surfboard's ready for today. Let's go. Dude, we got it. Give it a couple days, dude. Just let her chill for a couple days. Look at how far Oxy has to run, dude. Was that 47? We were chilling, dude. We were hanging out around 38. We're not even back to 30 yet. Like, we got room to ride this wave, baby. Dude, when's the E-Dest at? Dude, I don't know where the fuck that's at, dude. It's supposed to have shit. Where the fuck is my fucking desk at? View my fucking order. Track your order. Estimated shipping date June 5th through June 12th. Bro, that's right the fuck now. Wednesday, May 13th is when I purchased it. So where the fuck is my fucking shit at? How does this work? Oh shit, you got 20 in? Fucking shit! Thank you for the biddies. Are those biddies you just dropped? Oh shit, I gotta do it. Alright. Mod, get out of the way. There's your fucking 20. Oh my god. Yeah, the Big Roddy, what's good? We're out here printing, baby. We levered hard into Oxy and AAL this morning, too. Old Whisker, thank you for the biddies. Woo. We got back into Nikola too, like a fucking idiot. I don't know why I got back in. I just did. I had to. I couldn't not. I couldn't stay away from it. Couldn't stay away from it. Something in my gut tells me Nikola's a good hold. And I bought 30 shares to just hold and forget about. Who cares? We need American Airlines. We need everything to just fucking rage at the open. Like, good morning, America. Whew. It's short term. I've been doing research, and even if it's not a scam, no way they have revenue till 2022 at best. I don't believe that. They say trucks are about to come off the line in Europe right away. I don't know if I believe that, it fiend. What do you mean, how do you charge it? With electricity. What are you talking about? It's going to be in Europe. It's going to be in Europe. GM, though. MGM. Wait, what? GM the car company or MGM the casino company? Oasis is up 61%. Broke through my 750 calls. What's the max amps it can take? There's no facts about it. No, man. What network does it use? What do you mean, what network? You plug it in. Just because Tesla has built themselves a nozzle that only works for Tesla at their chargers doesn't mean, doesn't mean you're not going to do it elsewhere. I just think it's an interesting play. I believe that there's more than enough need for electric trucks than just Tesla can supply, and there'll be several competitors. And I believe they've raised enough money at this point, and they have a truck, and I believe in the partnerships they have with some big names like Bosch and shit. I don't believe Bosch and all these people, Iveco and all this shit, would be letting him run around using their name. Tesla trucks takes 8 superchargers to charge? What do you mean? Takes 8 superchargers to charge. Like they plug in 8 at a time. They're like, ting, 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 ting. As a nation, we need to get away from this Trump vernacular. We should be addressing the commander-in-chief as Uncle Don. Commander-in-chief as Uncle Donnie. Thank you for allowing my political hate speech. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know, and I do think it's interesting. You see Honda is betting on hydrogen power, and they're going the other way of EVs. So when you see a big company doing that, it's interesting that somebody else might want to go that way. And that, like listening to how they're going to generate the hydrogen and the purchase order they just put in for all that. How's Nikola getting around that? And how do they not have any data on that battery? I'm sure they haven't released it yet. And their plan isn't... I don't think their plan is to... I think for the I have a feeling what's going to happen is they're going to come out with fucking... their little fucking pickup truck first. But believe you and me, Tesla's not the only people with fucking battery knowledge. You know what I mean? There's no magical fucking battery that Tesla has. We're all using the same lithium coming out of fucking Mexico and South America and shit. And China. They bought the best. I understand that, but and what about, I don't know, what about the lawsuit between them? Nug Assassin OG, what's good? I don't know. They've raised so much capital at this point. It's kind of like some of the cannabis companies. They've raised so much capital at this point. How could they not come out with a product? You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta fire it, Fiend. I get it. I get it. If they want to try and stomp on their patents, sometimes you gotta fire. That truck isn't happening. Well, I put my money where my mouth is. You go ahead and short it. You short the stock. And we'll see who wins. Because I put my money, it's there. There she be. Down $44 on the day. No big deal. I wish I could take the risk. No, you don't. You wouldn't do it because you could. You could. You could buy a put option right now for cheap as fuck. If you believed. If you believed. I want to see your puts by the end of the day. But the wheels are coming off. What do you mean the wheels are just getting put on? The wheels are coming off. They're fucking IPOing. Money's flowing. Dudes doing fucking interviews everywhere. They're driving a truck around and shit. Like, what? How can you say the wheels are coming off? That's hating, dude. Just pure hating. So what stocks have been catching your eye, bro? We went hard into Oxy and American Airlines this morning. Ooh, Oxy's pulling back though. They're like, no, fuck that. The stock market might crash. We might have another crash, and I would cry. I'd be like, no, we need to cash it all out immediately and go buy another rental property. Thank you for the follow. Aman Gupta? Aman Gupta? 28? So how do I limit my risk with the put? What do you mean? Tesla told you why they were great. He talks about how they do it. This guy just waves his hand and says, trust us. Go look up any details on the truck. They have... What is this truck? What is this truck that they're driving in their little fucking video? What's the truck they're driving? Like, what is the whole place in Arizona they build out? Like, it just doesn't... It doesn't compute that it's totally fake. There's an engine in it? Bro. Come on now. Come on now. I don't even know where the video is. Where they fucking go through the place. You ever see the scammer who made the news? Wireless? No. I mean, there's lots of scammers out there. It could be a scam. I did not put all my life savings into it. But I do believe it's a real company. There's been so many... Like, is this fake?
Welcome to Nikola in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's get you guys inside and I'll show you around.
Is this a fake building? Is that a fake truck?
Hey,
Are these
Mark Russell,
fake?
Kim Brady. I have some very important guests for you guys today.
Another exciting day. Hey, welcome. We're so excited that you're here. Got some really cool stuff to show you. But I think Trevor's going to start.
Is all this fake?
Let's head upstairs, guys. Follow me. It truly in a basement, a lot like...
Because they don't need to give you the fucking details, bro.
If you would have been back in 2015,
You don't need them yet. You don't even need them yet. They're not selling to you.
It's a good thing at that time.
Clearly they've sold somebody on something. Look at all this. He goes through their whole history. It's been around for a while. They've been working on this bullshit. They partnered with Bosch.
And that was very difficult. And to be moving, actually, Anheuser-Busch ordered miles.
Then Anheuser-Busch ordered a bunch of trucks. They released their fucking bullshit. Blah 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 blah.
Interior track that allows us to build a vehicle. This is where it all begins. It's through suspension. It goes through.
What are all these kids working
controls,
on?
Vehicle electrification, the entire vehicle, and then the
Yeah, I
very
watched the
back is
interview.
where we're building our new state-of-the-art dyno facility, where the vehicle will be tested after it's completely built here. So now, come with me.
I've watched a few interviews he's done. What's wrong with electric jet skis? That's probably fucking easy. Once you're already doing a car and shit.
Which is a lot of fun.
And what's good?
Follow me. This is where the design studio is. This is where a lot of the designers work.
This
There's
is where
a
I've
level
hired a
here
bunch
and
of fucking
upstairs.
college kids to
These
make this car a
plates
reality
right here,
because
they
we've
take
got
about a year
$12
to
billion
get designed,
to make
engineered,
this car a
built, and
reality.
delivered. These plates, if you notice, they have build-a-vehicles are built on our website. And when you're up there, is the really good tech. So we have a world.
They got a really nice gym and shit. We got that.
This vehicle, and we're preparing. All right, so now we're in our fabrication room. This
Really
one of the
was
coolest
like, I
places
was
in the
like,
whole building.
shit, they're actually
Why is
building
that? It's
shit
because
here.
we can take any part we want and fabricate it here without ever leaving the building. So a part that would normally take 3 to 6 months to get back, we can have done within 3 to 6 days. If you look over here, this is some of the most advanced fabrication machines in the world. These are Amada Miyachis. This is a laser cutter here that uses no CO2. And it allows us to really fabricate any part we want. We can laser cut, we can bend with this also, and we can tube cut. With the presses, we can take any sheet metal and bend it, cut it, weld it together, and we can create fixtures or entire chassis. If you guys come this way, these machines here are the most...
Look at all this shit they're building out. This shit is all
desirable
brand new.
machines pretty much
This is
around.
all
This is what
brand
they call
spanking new.
DMG
There's
4
not a
CP. They're made out
fucking
of
nick
Germany,
on this
and they're the
machine.
most precision machines you can buy. Why is that important? Because when you're building parts, especially like plates for fuel cells,
No
hydrogen,
safety glasses,
that
all the
molecule
shit's on
is
the
the smallest
inside there.
molecule in the world. We have to have absolute
Z is
perfection
up
with all the parts that
14%.
we
God, I
build.
should have
And this
stayed
is
in
only
the
for
Z,
prototype,
huh?
Remember, it's not for full production. So we can take a knuckle or an A-arm or an entire chassis. We can do it all here without ever leaving. This right here is the little sister to that one. So this allows us to do smaller parts, about this big, couple feet by couple feet. We have one of the largest 3D printers in the world. Why is that important? Because if you were to make a
Do you understand how electricity works in water? Unless you're grounded, nothing much
it could
happens.
take 6 months before you get it back. We can do that within a few
Wait,
days with
what?
this machine here. So from the bottom to the top, it can print an entire part. This machine allows us to take our
All
big,
that, and he's
bulky
not
parts,
building,
put 'em
even
into
building the
here,
truck there. They're about to build a
and this machine
factory
will
there.
totally
That's what
clean
this
that part.
money was for,
This is
was
how
to
we
build a
compete with the big guys.
factory.
We do
This
it all
is
in-house.
prototyping and design factory. Headquarters.
All these rooms here are
The
built,
first
as
one
I
is
told
being
you guys
built
earlier,
in
they're
Europe,
built to
yes.
design where
And they have a
labs
partner
and the offices
factory
were built.
company that is
All
a
the teams
huge
where they're
real
electrical
factory
controls,
company in Europe
hydrogen,
that's building the
server
first
teams, no matter
factory,
what
and
it
they have
is,
the rights to
they're
the
all within
European
this racetrack
trucks.
all the way around the building.
You know what I mean? And they're helping them build the factory in America for the American trucks. What's wrong with that? I think it's genius.
And welcome to the largest hydrogen station in the Western world. This is where all the hydrogen is stored, cooled, pumped, and dispensed.
It's hydrogen.
I'm going to hand you off to Mark Russell here. Mark's going to give you a tour of the hydrogen station and the truck and give you a ride and drive. Mark, it's all yours.
Thanks, Trevor. Say hello to one of our Nikola 2 hydrogen fuel cell electric truck prototypes. We call this one affectionately Stormtrooper because of the black and white scheme of this one. And the first thing you're going to notice is that's one of the coolest looking semi-trucks you've ever seen in your life. But the real magic is on the inside. No diesel engine in here. Hydrogen fuel cells. They're taking oxygen from the air, combining with hydrogen that we have on board, and they're turning it into electricity.
There's clearly no
The byproduct
diesel
of this
engine in
exchange
there.
is water, which is what we started out with when we made the hydrogen in the first place.
Futures
It's really
ripping, what's
elegant.
good?
Now, because the hydrogen fuel cells are so much smaller than a diesel engine, there's a lot of room up in the cab. We also could take everything lower than a normal diesel truck. Gives us a lot of design flexibility in there. We'll show you in a second when we get inside. The hydrogen is here in tanks within the frame, up to 80
I'm
kilos
in.
on board.
Adobe
That gives us
Photoshop, we're already
600
in.
miles of range. We can pull a load for 600 miles with this truck, which you could not do with batteries. If you tried to do that with batteries, they would get so big and heavy that they would take some of your payload. That's not good for trucking, which is why this Nikola 2 exists. So when the hydrogen fuel cell turns the air and the hydrogen into water and releases the electricity, it comes back here to the wheels, and we actually drive them right here at the wheels. The motor's right here. We've got 4 of these on this particular prototype. Each of them drives a pair of these wheels, gives you all kinds of power and torque. A lot more
Ready
than
for the
a diesel.
trading
This
week.
one
Let's go, futures
take you
ripping.
anywhere
Let's
and
go,
teach you to be able to
baby.
do almost anything that a diesel truck would do. Over here is Dale Prouse. He's one of our hydrogen experts, and he's getting us some fuel so we can take a ride here in a minute. So I'll turn you over to Dale.
Thank you, Mark. It's a gorgeous day here in Phoenix. What I'm going to show you is
Sold my MRO
Nikola's,
calls last Friday for a decent
hydrogen
swing trade,
fueling
but damn, I'm
station.
sure he's greedy and hell shit's
Essentially
popping
what we
off
have is
today.
1,000
Shit
kilograms
is
of
popping off today.
gaseous hydrogen stored on site. We have compression and cooling
And,
equipment that takes that gas and brings it over here to this dispenser. This
G-King
dispenser then
bouncing all
loads the
around the
high
world.
pressure gas onto the truck. And as you can see, it's very similar to a diesel fueling experience. And one of our goals is to make sure that the fueling time on this fueling experience is
Damn,
equal to
we
or
could have
better
waited
than a
and sold
diesel
for a fucking
fueling
heady
experience.
profit, but we liquidated
So
almost
something
all our
less than
QILD.
15
We still have
minutes
some of
per
it though.
fueling time.
We still have some of it.
There's all
How's
kinds of
M-Tom?
safety precautions and equipment that are put in place to make this a safety-oriented
M-Tom's gonna
process.
surge
And
today.
so at this point, Mark, we're all fueled up.
Second
Wanna
red
take a
week,
first
gonna
spin?
wait for the dip
Absolutely.
and snag what looks good. Sell off needs to happen eventually. Who knows? Maybe a
yours.
little bit of a pullback.
Thanks, Dale.
Seems like we're raging though.
Step inside. Let's go for a
As
ride.
long as you're partially invested and you're not missing the ride up, you know what I mean?
Okay, let's go for a ride.
Having some cash
This is
in the
Greg. He's one
background
of the
is
best
never a
drivers
bad
in the
idea.
land, and he'll take us for a spin.
Look at how quiet
in
this truck is.
Incredible vehicle. First thing you'll notice about this cab is the spaciousness. It's a lot more room here than you would have in a diesel cab. Driver's further forward, the floor is lower. Next thing you're going to notice is all these screens. These three are for safety. These are actually cameras in place of the mirrors. That gives us no outside mirrors. Greatly improves the aerodynamics of the vehicle. This is another safety going to the rear. And then there's the dashboard functions on that screen. And then this screen is our infotainment. All of the software in this thing is Nikola proprietary. We developed everything in-house. It's got a massive amount of data that we can accumulate according to what the driver needs. And it's all sent over the air as needed. The other thing that is that the updates come back. Everything was over the air updated. So the software, including the software that runs the truck, can be updated over the air whenever that's needed. Virtually any time you turn the truck on or off, or anytime you pull into a fueling station, we can update all the software on the vehicle so that it's up to date all the time. The other thing you're going to notice is the noise, or rather the lack of it. This is the quietest vehicle of this size in the world. It doesn't make any noise from the outside when it's just sitting there. It's either silent or you hear a very quiet compressor that gets the air up to the same pressure as the hydrogen for the fuel. So other than that, silence. When it's moving outside, it's just tire noise. Inside here, it can be almost as quiet as your living room. And
This
here we
is
are at the
rage,
front,
dude.
and Greg will get us parked back in the garage here in
I don't think that's fake.
just a minute.
Do we think this is fake? I don't think so.
Hey, Kim.
Mark, how was the ride?
It was awesome. That's such an incredible machine. Never gets old.
You know, I'm so glad that we got to showcase.
I just don't know, dude. I don't think it's fake. I don't think there's something in my gut that tells me they're legit gonna build that shit. And it's gone. Pen. Pen, 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 pen. Wonder if these will finally fall down low enough that I can just buy out of it.
Are getting back
Is
to
there about to be a
restaurants,
great
home-based
pullback
tells
this
us whether
morning?
businesses
Hype
are
all
open.
morning and
You know,
then a
Apple
pullback?
tells us whether people are moving around, and
That's
so
what's
on,
about
so
to
on,
happen,
so on.
huh?
So there are all these real-time indicators that are very consistent with the jobs report. So as much as we worry about, you know, people who are unemployed for other reasons and the kind of nuances of what's going on in the footnotes of the jobs report, the fact is that everything is saying
What is
that the economy is
play?
opening up way faster than we expected. And I think that the reason it's doing that is that there was
What the
very,
fuck is
very
play?
strong policy response.
Dave and Buster's?
Right at the
No
moment when we had the
fucking
biggest
way,
negative shock
dude.
to the economy in U.S. history, and that
No
policy
way.
response has got to be working. Otherwise,
I'm
we
out,
wouldn't
I'm
be going
out.
as fast as we are.
I'm super out.
Hey Kevin, we did see great numbers in almost every quarter, but we were just speaking with the incoming CEO of the Harlem Children's Zone, who pointed out that for African Americans for the month of May, they did see a slight uptick in Black Americans' unemployment numbers. I think it ticked up to 16.8%, which is up by 0.1% from the month before. That may be because some of the
I feel like
industries
it
that
could
hit so
too.
hard, like retail and travel and leisure, may have overrepresented some of those populations, but when you start talking about policy and start talking about ways to fix it, what are some ideas you might have in mind for dealing with that?
Right. Well, it's been a high priority for
Theaters
us from the
like
beginning.
AMC
We used to go
and
back
shit?
look at, say, the
Fuck
opportunity
that.
zone
They are
efforts, finding
doomed.
distressed communities and targeting
Dude, the
engagement.
internet is killing
And it is true that
theaters.
there's a history, a very, very sad history that
I'm
when there are
out.
economic
I'm out on all
downturns, that
theaters.
minorities tend to be disproportionately harmed. The thing about
Like, you
the
think
main jobs
Disney
now,
and all
though,
these
is
companies are
that
going
the
to give
unemployment rate's
theaters
probably not the
exclusive
best signal.
rights
In
when
fact,
they
what
can
you
just
should
do it
is
on their
get
own
Steve
online
Leach,
platforms?
the footnotes and everything
Disney
better than
Plus and
anybody
shit,
on
you know what I
TV and
mean?
get out to talk about it. But what
Theaters
happened
are
was that
systemically
African-American
fucked. They
employment
have a
went up
huge
quite a
issue.
bit. But so
They
did
need to
labor
either
force
get, they need to be
participation.
bought
And so I think
out
there's
and be
something about
vertically
300,000,
integrated
more
with the
African-Americans
content
working in May than
creators,
in
I
April.
feel like.
But the unemployment rate ticked up because even more.
I mean, I could be wrong. Dude, this is all entertainment purposes. You're watching a fucking stoner at fucking 8 a.m. on a Monday. So who the fuck knows? I'm not a professional, but that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying?
That could explain why there'd be a difference, but in the end, there really wasn't a puzzle to explain because it turns out that there's just
You're right as
increase in
fuck.
force participation that affected the unemployment rate, but not the job creation.
I feel the same issue with Dave and Buster's, dude. They have so
Kevin,
much
thank you for your
real
time.
estate
Thanks,
for a
Teddy. Great
restaurant
to
that
see you.
can't even get full again right now. Like, Dave
Coming
and
up,
Buster's
much
is
more
fucked.
on the current jobs
Big
picture in
restaurants that
America
have
with
always
Chief
tried to do
Financial
that,
Officer
dude. The
Zoom
real estate's too big. They don't make them as
basically
much
been
per
a
square
must
foot
download
as
over
they
the
need
past
to
50
run all
months,
those
but as
fucking
the market surged
machines.
on Friday, shares of
And
Zoom
they always
fell.
go out of
Does a
business,
broader
like I'm out.
economic recovery mean tough times ahead for the work-from-home economy? As we head to break, check out the shares of
Let's just
Amazon.
review, shall we?
See Capital upping its price target on the stock to a Wall Street high of $3,300. I think Druckenmiller said it's
We're up at 8 a.m. watching a stoner talk to us about stocks.
also saying
Interesting.
online retail is a structural winner resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic. Stay tuned. You're watching Squawk Box on
And I'm
CNN.
betting on American Airlines and motherfucking Oxy Petroleum. Yes, catch me here all week. Let's go. Penn and Oxy are just taking it from us now. They were giving, now they taketh. Hertz was awful. That was the worst day trade we ever did in our life. Worst day trade we could have ever done in our life. It might rage today. Man, I need your advice. What's going on? American Airlines. Damn, you went hard body karate to all the fucking craziness. Looking for entries on these this week. I like Ally. Fuck LABD. Oh my god. CCL. Let's see what they look like right now. Woo! Woo! I mean, I kind of like NCLH as a hold. If you like wanted to hold, they don't pay a dividend though. I'm holding my airlines. I think airlines got room to run. And dude, I wanted to get on the fucking cruise play, dude, and I was looking into booking a cruise. Like, go to Royal Caribbean's website right now and try and book a cruise. You can't even get a suite on the front or back of the ship. You can only get midship shit. Like, they're booked. Cruises are booked. So I don't know. I think I would hold and continue to print off those. All of those.
Welcome back to Squawk Box Features. Right now we're
LABD, dude.
Here in the Nasdaq
It's
more than before, now down 32.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
Dow's
it's
up
some
over 200 points
LABD
and
is
adding to last week's big gains,
biotech
and the S&P
bear leverage.
is
So
indicated
like,
up
you only
by
want
about
to day trade it if you think
11.5 or so.
biotech's gonna
Oil
go down.
Almost back to 40, and the 10-year note almost back to I don't know. Will anyone
But yeah,
borrow at
I mean,
1%?
somebody's been in here before telling us about LABD and how I'm fucking
Let's see whether that
stupid,
chokes off.
and
Yeah,
they'll be
$1.20.
back when it hits $20.
What do you think? That's too
So
much, Sorkin?
I mean, good
1%,
fucking
1%?
luck.
At least we're not. I'm not going to borrow until people pay me to borrow.
I'm not about it.
You know what I'm saying? I think that. Does that make any sense?
I'm not about it.
I only want to be paid. I think we all want to be paid. Meantime, I want to talk a little bit about Zoom. We're all living in a Zoom world these days. We're coming off an interesting and perhaps telling week
For the
Zoom
trap.
video. video conferencing company, easily topping analyst expectations in its first quarter on Tuesday. It was, dare I say, people said spectacular. But then on Friday, as we got that surprising jobs gain for May and the market surged, shares of Zoom fell. The dilemma now is this: are investors starting to question the staying power of the stay-at-home giants? And that's what we want to talk about in terms of sustainability right now. Zoom's CFO.
Wonder worst. How I can look at the markets, and please keep having CNBC.
Thanks for joining
us. Tuned in. We try.
You saw the way the stock performed last week. You had this amazing quarter.
I don't know if they like us doing that
saying, well, if everybody
constantly,
goes back to the office, if the world reopens, what happens to Zoom and to other companies that have benefited during this period? Let's talk about this issue of sustainability, and I don't mean climate or anything else. I mean the sustainability of the business in a post-pandemic world, hoping that we can, of course, get to that place.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. And we, as you said, had a strong growth in Q1. We added over 265,000
Zoom
customers,
video,
greater than 10 employees. That's over 350% growth. And what we're doing is really setting a strong base for future growth of the company.
Damn, getting in on that ZI would have been good.
Individuals up to enterprises, where with customers greater than $100,000 of ARR, we added 500 customers in that segment in Q1. And as we look forwards now to the rest of the year, we have the opportunity not only to continue to support them in their Zoom meetings use, but also sell in additional products like Zoom Phone, which is our cloud PBX solution.
I actually kind of like that we're down pre-market. Normally, if we're up massively pre-market, it's a fucking bleed off all day. So, like, when we're just, like, sitting at even right now, it's like, and then all of a sudden, bam, wonderful day when the market's open, you know? So, 3 low, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you.
Speak to this issue, though, of taking free consumers. There's a lot of freebies, folks who are using the service for free, and migrating them. How much of that is a strategy or not?
So we love our free users. First of all, we've given
had to make sure we were in stocks and bonds, not under poker from the weekend.
Around the globe, as well as we've seen many interesting use cases.
Nug Assassin with the host. Let's go, brother. How you doing this morning?
We are absolutely happy for them to keep using the product for free, as every time a free host has a meeting, they have the opportunity to expose many more people around the world of the power of Zoom. And that is what started this company, was a highly viral component to our go-to-market strategy, and we're happy for them to keep using it in that way.
We are Zoom, and we are making a fuck ton of money right now because everybody all of a sudden needed us. And it was the greatest perfect storm ever to make sure that our small business became an actual tech giant. Necron, what's good? How you doing this morning?
The products I just talked about, what do you think is the biggest differentiator?
I think the biggest differentiator for Zoom is our ease of use and our reliability. As you have
we
seen
got
during this period of
25
time,
viewers this morning. You guys are fucking awesome, dude. Everybody for being here this early. You guys are fucking awesome. Blows my mind. I know, it's crazy. Basically, aliens could land and wipe us out as the last fucking phase of this, and the markets would still just trade up on their own computers. We'd just keep buying stocks. We'd be like, what the fuck? 31 viewers now? What the fuck, chat? What the fuck?
All the way up to 80-year-olds using it to keep connected with their families, and that's
you guys are
exactly
awesome.
what our product does every single day.
Fearless Patrick, what's good?
Hey Kelly, you know,
what's
we
good out
use
there?
Internally at Squawk, we use it to kind of have a chat on Friday nights, oftentimes, just for everybody to have a cocktail kickback and kind of see what happened through the course
How
of the
did
week.
that Oxy treat you Friday? Are you kidding me, brother? We levered into it super hard this morning.
Events a lot of times too.
We levered into it even more to this morning. Look at this motherfucker. Closed yesterday on Friday at like 20 bucks. It's trading at 23 this morning.
I know we're kind of dancing around the same thing, but you guys
SpongeBalls 25. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate you.
Frequently as I have been using you the last 3 months.
We also levered up harder into American Airlines. Yeah, boy.
Really an accelerant or video communications. As you said, you've integrated
Dude, we
into
love you,
aspects of your
Endo.
life, and that's
You guys.
perfect. Because what that does is
You
it
guys
allows
are
you
what
to
make
keep
the channel
connected
great.
when you can't be with someone.
Bongs and
You know,
stocks,
in
dude. It's
person,
that simple.
and yet when you
Get
can,
ripped,
it's great.
print
Maybe
tendies,
we did a birthday
maybe
party
have a
for
little
my
bit of
niece
coffee
on
as
Saturday
well.
via Zoom. Some of us were together and some of us were remote.
Enjoy
We've
your day,
also
you know what I
seen,
mean?
You know, a transition for enterprise.
I have a lot of
as
work I have to
well,
do
where they
today,
take
so I have to
things
cut
like
the
the
stream
users conferences.
around
Last
10,
week I
11
did several
a.m.
investors conferences that used to be in person, and now they've moved them onto our webinars product. And
But
I think
normally
it's
we're
going to be
here
some time
from 8
before
a.m. till
we go
market
back
close
to
when we
a
can.
place
All
where
right,
everyone
and we're
is
trying to grow
meeting
this thing. And the
back
more we
the way
grow
they
this
used to
thing,
together.
the
And
more I'll
maybe
be
it's
able to
never going
fucking
to be the same,
stream
meaning
and,
that
you know,
not everybody
take my
wants to get
focus
on a
off other
plane
shit.
again and
What'd you
and
say about
fly around the
tendies?
globe
Printing
to come together
tendies.
for a conference. And we've heard
It's a
from
term
our
off of
customers
Wall
that
Street
these
Bets.
virtual events
Reddit, Wall Street
are
Bets.
even more efficient and more effective than they were in person.
No.
One of our customers telling us they got twice as many leads this year as they did compared
Dude,
to
we're
last
trying.
year.
The stream is growing. I try to do this as much as I can. We are fucking growing. We have 31 viewers at 8:30 in the morning right now.
How effective video communications can be as
8:30 in
part of
the
your communication strategy going
morning.
forwards.
Kelly, I want to talk more just about the product for a second. Look out in the future, a year from now, 6 months from now. How much do you think the product is going to change? What are the things that you think need fixing or to be made better now that we're all
Have you
experiencing
seen
it? I know people talk
CHK?
about
What the fuck
the
is
latency
that?
issue, which you could argue is a technical issue insofar as some people have good Wi-Fi and some people don't, but that's a
Chesapeake
real
Energy.
issue. Image quality. How do you get
Oh
people to be
my
able to
God.
go off in little separate rooms together if they're in
How?
a big room and make that work in a
How did
seamless
I not
way?
get
There's so many
CHK
things
on
that you could
Friday?
imagine in the future, but I'm curious from you if there was sort of 2 or 3 things top of your list that you'd
The
like to
shit
see.
straight doubled up
come out
overnight.
either
What's
Zoom or
up with
frankly
that?
your
Where's the
competitors.
Oxy double up
Well,
though?
we always are looking for ways
Where's
to make
that
the product
Oxy
better. We listen
double
to all
up
of our
though?
customers. Approximately 20% of each release is devoted to feedback from our customers. So we've heard a lot during these virtual
Luck and
times,
Coffee? Are you
and feedback
fucking
we've gotten already.
insane?
The thing that
Miracle
I would love
Ninja
the most that hopefully
777,
someday
thank you
is
for the
coming
follow, I
is
appreciate
the
it.
ability to, for example, reach
Luck and
out
Coffee?
virtually
Are you
shake your
fucking
hand
smoking
and say
crack
hello
rocks
to you.
right now?
Or as you were mentioning on Friday night, having a virtual drink with
I'm
some
so
friends.
out on Luck and
Those are the
Coffee.
kinds of experiences that we're looking forward to at
FCEL,
some
what is
point in the
that?
future.
Fuel cell
Okay.
energy.
Kelly, it's great to see you. We appreciate you coming to us on Zoom. And
What do they
as you
do?
know, as Becky
Oh,
said,
God.
we're all Zoom users.
Some
so
penny
looking
stock?
forward to seeing you again very, very soon.
Check
on
out
Zoom,
this
but
penny
maybe one day in
stock,
person.
bro. It's raging.
In the
I know
meantime,
nothing
it's
about
another
it. They don't put any reportings out there. I just feel
Andrew,
like
thank
fuel
you.
cells the
When we come
future,
back, we're going to continue
brah.
our series of interviews with America's biggest
That's how
corporate
you lose
leaders
money
on
in the
race,
stock market
opportunity,
right there.
and equality in the business world.
In at
We're
3,
joined
out at
exclusively by
662. There you
Intel
go.
CEO
Get
Bob
out.
Swan.
I'm looking to short
Also,
some
here's
airlines this
another
morning.
early
Use
stock mover for
high
you,
Friday
Boeing.
as my
Check
stop.
this out. Shares of
I think the
Boeing
better thing to
are
do,
9%
and I was looking
down
at this,
pre-market.
dude. I
In
think
fact,
the
they make
move,
up the
if
bulk
you had
of the gains that we've seen in the
$2,000
Dow
in
this
cash,
morning. The Dow's up by 250 points.
I think selling
Boeing
this
makes up
$20
more than
put
125
right here
points of that.
would be so
Watching what's been
prime.
happening for Boeing shares, they've rebounded pretty sharply by more
Sell
than 40%
the
just
$20
last
put.
week. This is all
Collect
happening
$400
as
on your
thoughts
money.
about reopening.
Oh, that's for 39
motivated
days.
everything
Hold on
from
here.
Boeing to the airline stocks and
345
beyond that. We will continue
for
to keep an
11
eye on
days
this.
of your
Stay tuned.
time.
You are watching Squawk Box right
And
here on
all that
CNBC.
has to happen is American Airlines has to close above $20 in 11 days by next Friday. Come on. I mean, come on. And if not, you buy 100 shares of American Airlines. And then you know what you do? You sell a call. You sell the call. You sell the call. You sell the call. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm preaching out here? Do you understand? I'm trying to give you over a 10% return on your cash sitting there. 10% over a 10% return on your cash in 11 days. I probably buy and sell calls when I close my short and go bullish. Close your fucking short, Swanson. Are you crazy? You're gonna get hammered. Fucking shorting this market. We're on a race up from the bottom. Although I'm getting raped right now, so you probably are gonna print this morning. Where's oil at? Oh. A drop to negative 38 is in the chart. Jesus. There's a negative on the chart. Has it ever done that? This says 11. This won't even, like, it doesn't even, like, compute that this should be, like, up here or some shit.
Domestic air travel is picking up. Another real-time indicator of the economic rebound in airlines.
It's like, we don't know. We don't know what to do with
Last week,
this
shares
shit.
of American soared more than 80%. United gained more than 50%. Phil LeBeau joins us now with more. Hey, Phil.
Hey, Joe, we just got the numbers from the TSA in terms of number of passengers who were screened at checkpoints on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and both Friday and Sunday for the first time since late March. The number of people scanned or screened at those checkpoints topped 400,000. In fact, it hit 441,000 yesterday. Now, keep in mind, that's still down 83.5% compared to the same day a year ago. But you get the point here. We're seeing an improvement. And you can see that when you look at the
We're seeing an improvement, baby. Let's go! Got me some Denberry Den on Friday for $3,549. We were at $5,365 pre-market. Let's go. Oh my god. Penny stocks. You are into some crazy shit.
Take a look at the airline stocks. We're looking at the big four here. The big question is, have these stocks gone too far?
What is it? We can't find the symbol Den. Nobody even knows what
look at where they're headed today. They're going to be going even higher. Bank of America out with a note this morning, upgrading JetBlue to a neutral rating. We're seeing more of this from analysts who are upgrading maybe to a neutral, in some cases to a buy. Not often, but in some cases. Don't forget, this afternoon, we're going to have an interesting guest. You want to hear from Robin Hayes. He is the CEO of JetBlue, joining us on the closing bell, an exclusive interview. We'll get his take in terms of the strength of the passenger right now and more people getting out.
Had the largest following, sub $1 on Robinhood. Taking a chance for sure. Oh shit. Okay. You have long airline positions. Yes, we are long American Airlines.
And want to talk to you a lot more.
We're also long oil with Occidental.
Meantime, when we come back on the other side of this
we're
break,
fucking crazy over here. We're like Pauly Shore. We're fucking crazy over here.
China, how they could crimp the tech sector, to the role of corporate leaders in calling out injustice in America.
You know what I mean?
A reminder, you can always watch us or listen to us live on the CNBC app. Stay tuned. You're watching Squawk Box on CNBC.
Slapper, thank you for the follow. I know Oxy, we got this instead. If we pop hard, I'm out. Nice, I'm gonna go long AC on the daily high or low. What is AC? What's AC? Slapper, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Associated Cap Group, what the fuck is that, bruh? Air Canada. I don't know if I can get that here. Dude, listen, with the money you just want to put away and save, but you want it to grow, MTUM. MT, you motherfucking M. Okay? Just put it in MTUM, you never look back, and you just retire on that bish. The fuck is that? It's an ETF. Look it up. Look up these ETFs right here. This is what I'm about to put, like, well, depending on if we buy this rental property or not, but like $10,000 of our account. What? 10,000 G's of our account's gonna get put in these. MTUM. MTUM. No, it's growth. It's growth. It does pay a small dividend quarterly. But MTUM, DGRO, and VV are mainly for growth over here. And then these are for monthly dividends. QYLD, SPHD, VSDA, which we do own QYLD. I just sold a bunch of it this morning, but we kept 20 shares. And we're going to load up on these other ones. We have VV in here as well already. We just need to get DGRO, VSDA, and SPHD. And those are like just hold forevers. You know what I mean? Hold forever. Retire on that type shit. TLW. I don't think so. What is it? They will not grow much. Why you would go for that? What won't grow much? M-Tom, D-Grow, and VV will definitely grow. These will grow like crazy. That's what they are. M-Tom's momentum. It's definitely, it's all growth. This was nothing but growth.
Much of the population inside. Construction, manufacturing, and wholesale realty operations can return with some restrictions.
What do you mean?
That were deemed non-essential that have been closed for
you have to look what is in
M-Tom.
M-Tom.
Curbside pickup. And subways will be returning to their normal schedules with a continued overnight shutdown for train cleaning. New York was undoubtedly the epicenter of the virus in the United States for weeks, with as many as 500 people a day.
So this ETF tracks an index of larger and mid-cap U.S. equities selected and weighted based on price appreciation over 6 and 12 month periods and low volatility over the past 3 years. So it looks back every 6 months and 12 months. They look back and they're looking for stocks that have appreciated, and they're trying to follow the momentum. That's why it's M-Tom. So they're looking for growth momentum. Momentum aims to pick stocks that have steadily increased in price lately. It selects and weights stocks by looking at both 6 and 12 month holding period returns scaled by the volatility of returns over the past trend line. The resulting small basket portfolio, it only ever holds between roughly 100 and 300 different stocks, make large sector bets and carry high market risk on its screen liquidity and distant block liquidity. Yeah, a lot of it probably. Let's see. We can look at it right here. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Johnson & Johnson, Nvidia, United Health, Tesla, Adobe, Intel, Alphabet, Netflix, Alphabet again, Eli Lilly, Amgen, Bristol Myers, Thermo Fisher, Costco, Danbar, Gilead, American Tower, AbbVie, NextEra, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, ServiceNow, S&P, Regeneron. These are all good stock. Like, these are all of this shit. Target Corporation, BlackRock, Activision Blizzard, DocuSign, Zoom Video, Moody's, Autodesk, Digital Realty Trust, Biogen, General Mills, T-Mobile, Micron, Lululemon for some reason is in there. Clorox, look at all this shit. Moderna. All those are staples and will not grow much. What are you talking about? This beats the pants. This growth beats the pants off of the traditional SPY. Would you buy WLL? It's like the NASDAQ. You're saying like the NASDAQ won't grow. NASDAQ's not going to grow. I mean, if you wanted to make an oil play, you could. Oh. From $1.33 to $1.95. Whoa, 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 whoa. All the way up from $19. Holy shit. They got massacred. My God. Oh, whoa. What's the over? There's another issue going on here. There's an issue here. What's the issue? There's a greater issue here. This is 2018 and shit. Like, they started going down. Like, what? What's the deal here? Looks like they were done before the Rona even came. ADMA is in this interesting little wedge here. Upward trend line off the bottom here. edit that line a little bit there to clean it up. So, I mean, it's in this interesting little wedge that's happening right now. I just found the company I jumped in on. Den is based out of where I'm from, Plano, Texas. And you don't even know about it? You better know about it. Greywind, what's good? We're out here writing with crayons. We'll see what happens on the day today. I think it's just going to crush in there for a little bit until that wedge gets just fucking squeezed. Nicola up like crazy. D King is finally kind of cooling off. Penn is hurting us. Penn, what are you doing to us, Penn? My airline short is shaping up nicely. Open higher and not breaking high Friday is the plan. Penn got downgraded. Really? Sell to $22. Who the fuck did that downgrade? Wow. I don't really care. I've made so much in Penn and deleveraged off of it already and levered into the airlines and banks and other shit. So it's like whatever happens, I'm chilling. We got all the time in the world for the hype of the Barstool Sports app to come out this fall. Was dumping Penn calls at 41 on Friday AM. Damn. Penn, because I told you to. You did hold it overnight, though, like a crazy man. Penn National Gaming downgraded to sell from hold at Deutsche Bank. Target 22. Fuck you, Deutsche Bank. Fuck you, Deutsche Bank. Eat a dick, Deutsche Bank. Eat a dick, Deutsche Bank. Eat a dick. Yeah, you're cool, Swanson. You're all good. I'm saying Deutsche Bank, eat a dick. Where's my autonomous motherfucking desk at that I paid money for? What? Alright, man, I'm going to the park. When I get back, we can do some lunges and squats. Let's do it, old Wisco. Man, I owe you some more fucking push-ups right now, for real. Follow from Lawn Gnome. Lawn Gnome. Appreciate that follow. Let's go. What are the chances that American Airlines and Oxy just keep going up? Lunges and squats we probating for a prison. Dude, we just gotta keep healthy, XD less than 3. We can't just sit here all day and not be fucking healthy, though. You know what I'm saying? This is like a prison. I feel like streaming is a prison. Thinking American will go up long term. Oxy is more risk, though. Let's go. I love the risk. I love when people say that, dude. That's like the perfect storm. When people are still afraid to get into it, that's when I want in. That's what I want in. Okay, we got till noon. Let me send some text here. They all popped pre-market, got everybody's money in, and then we're gonna fucking
Stay tuned. You're watching
Oxy's been at steady $40 all 2019. It was only Corona and oil issues that made it drop. To be honest, would love to see it make 30. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Nice. Alright, we got work to do. We got lunch meeting at noon. So we can stream until noon. Until a little before noon. So I stay till day end for CCL and NCH. I mean, I would... What is it? It's up to you, for real. Like, how comfortable you are. Like, do you go on cruises and shit? Do you like the stocks? Who knows? You know, was it a quick swing trade for you, or do you think they have more to go? I think it's reasonable that they probably fight their way back to this plateau of $32, right? Oil just dropped to 39 though, pretty big drop. No, not an oil drop. That is a pretty big drop. I think overall we're good though. As things open up, oil will come. Cost of oil will come back up. I'm not worried.
When we return,
for a
Jim
swing
Cramer's
trade, I'm
first
not
take
worried.
on the markets this Monday morning. We're going to talk much more.
Rather in a cabin
about
somewhere
what's
using
powering
Airbnb
stocks
before
higher.
going on a
S&P 500 is up
cruise.
nearly
I agree. That's why I
40%
didn't
since
get
its
into
lows
it.
in late
But
March.
when you look
We're
into
gonna
these
break the
cruise
programming
companies,
up.
their
You
shit
don't wanna
is
miss a
booked.
special interview. It's coming up tomorrow with
Their
Barron
shit is
Capital
booked.
CEO Ron Barron. We'll talk Tesla and so many other things right here on Squawk Box tomorrow morning. Stay tuned. Jim Cramer on the other side of this break.
which is the crazy thing. I don't like cruises. I've never been on one. If you run out of weed on a cruise, GG your vacation. Oh my god. First of all, we don't run out of weed. Okay? There's no running out of weed. Alright? That's not possible here. Okay? We don't take L's when it comes to cannabis. Alright? That is no fucking problem. Sir Gurmoney, what's good? How you doing? Did you see the Tesla car crash in Japan at the weekend? The autopilot failed. I wonder if that hurts their stock. Probably would. Weed is like water, essential. I agree. I agree. Greywood. Let's go, Greywood. Doesn't matter. Tesla to the moon, dude. Tesla to the moon. It's going to 1,500 a share. Which is why you get momentum, dude. Just buy momentum. M-tum and retire on this bitch. And when you get older and you need more cash flow, you start selling momentum and buying one of these. More of these. You know what I mean? This is just a good spread. And your percentages you can weight towards how much you need monthly income now versus how much growth you want. Canada Trust? I know nothing about it. Nothing about it. My choice would be Cresco. Is my choice. Today feels like a green day? My gosh, I hope so. Fucking oil.
Plan. All right, let's get over to CNBC headquarters. Jim Cramer is standing by, getting ready for the top of the hour. But before we get there, we get the chance to talk to him for our first preview of his thoughts this morning.
I think EOG 65
Jim,
weeklies.
Today, seeing Boeing really driving things higher once again this morning after all the gains it experienced last week.
65 by Friday.
Last week. Looks like it was up about 8 to 9% just this
I have
morning.
KO short-term calls. That's not a bad move. Oil stocks are booming. Guac, let's go, baby.
Would you tell people to go with
You already know it.
Or does the momentum
You already know it.
How fast
42 viewers right now. Let's fucking go, chat. What? Let's go, baby.
That is hard to reconcile.
Holy shit, you guys are fucking amazing.
People placing bets based
42 viewers right now going into the open. My God.
Run and sellers don't come out, and I think that's what.
Holy shit, you guys are fucking awesome. Yeah, it's big risk what they pay out would be huge.
The stock is just it's on a tear, but it's
Graywin, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
People are saying, okay, listen, this is the one we're going to take up today. Now, that's not, it's a medium size.
Norwegian Cruise Lines of 12% right now. Jesus. I watch this guy every day. I love him. Very smart. Made me 30K in 2 days. No way. Bill Asano. Let's go, dude. Let's go, baby. I'm buying into TCA probably and betting on COVID wave 2 and the market will get messed up more. Good luck, Walk Gang. I would not do that. It didn't hit. It didn't kill us the first round. It sure as hell ain't killing you the second.
This is very unnatural.
Bro, if we're not panicking right now about mass deaths all around, my neighbor hasn't died, you know what I mean? Like, that shit ain't coming. It's not coming back stronger. We're gonna beat the piss out of it. This isn't 1919. We have healthcare, 2020 healthcare working on it.
Like, if you wanted to sell this stock, you probably sold it long ago. So you mentioned that there's no sellers stepping in and saying, okay, we'll give it back to you at this point.
Bear ETF. You guys are too cynical, man. You need to sit down, smoke a joint, enjoy the world, enjoy how far we've come, you know. in the past 100 years that this world has greatly changed, and you're sitting in fucking air conditioning, smoking wonderful indoor-grown cannabis without the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, and understand that shit is going to get better. Only better. We might have a short-term scare that just came through, but at the end of the day, dude, humans will push through this. Humans as a planet. Not just Americans. Humans as a planet. We will push through this, and shit will get even fucking better. You already know. I want to play when it dips this morning. Oh my god, no. Don't do that, though.
Now, I don't know what they're worth, but neither does anyone else.
Stop that.
But I'll tell you what,
Think SPY fails to make new highs and breaks down again? Now, this is I don't know. That's a possibility. Dude, if I had a crystal ball, we'd all be billionaires, right? If I had a fucking crystal ball, I'd be like, crystal ball, where will the SPY be in 2 weeks? Oh, we're all rich. Let's buy some fucking calls or puts. You know what I mean?
Thank you. We will be
but I think it's more likely that there's been so much pent-up demand and people are going back out that the market just continues. And there's pent up, like, think of the shock to the market and where it would be if there was no corona. Think of how high the stock market would be. You know what I mean?
You got a family, Jim? You got a wife?
Sell Penn? I maybe agree with that. I'm not against it. I delevered off of it.
How do you find?
I delevered off of Penn.
You find the most arcane stuff that makes me think you have.
What I have left, I'm keeping though.
On weekend.
Anyway, the mole shots. Thank you for the follow. Let's go. How come I'm not able to see real-time prices on stocks right now? I'm suing E-Trade. I don't know, dude. I don't know. You should send me your first and last name and email address in a DM, and I'll get you that email to get you over here to fucking TD Ameritrade, and they will go and get your E-Trade account and bring it all over to TDA. You don't have to do shit. Fill out one form, one page, online. Would you rather have a crystal ball that tells you whether the stock will be red or green at the end of the day, or one that tells you how much it will move, but not the direction?
0.9%. We're at 0.9%, but that's higher than we've seen. So you think people would say, wow,
that's a really good fucking question. That's like a fucking great question. I'm going to stop looking at chat while I think about this so I don't get influenced. What would I do?
It turns out,
would I rather know if it's going to be red or green by the end of the day, or how much it's going to move? I feel like I would rather know if it's going to be red or green and just get the fucking guaranteed monies, versus knowing how much it's going to swing and then get distressed all day when it's like fucking up and down and you don't know which way it's going to end. You know what I mean? I'd rather know the fucking end result.
When you're growing very slowly in the economy, higher yields actually are good.
I think there is a market maker want to take profits on all the new money in the market instead of making new highs. That might happen. I feel like that'll definitely happen. Like, we're not just going to blast right through it. That's for sure. Is it easy to switch from Robinhood to TD? Yeah, it's super fucking easy, dude. You hit me with your first name, last name, and an email address in the DM, and it's the same. I did it. I pulled my Robinhood account over. It took them 3 days. I filled out the form on Friday. I think it was by Tuesday I fucking had the money was in my account and all the shares moved over. It's super easy. TD Ameritrade's where you want to be.
10-year yield fell to zero. That would be very
TD easy to move as E-Trade? Yes, it's super easy. Look at us over here. Oh, it's going to happen for sure. I use Beanstalks takes nothing. Wait, what? I use Beanstalks takes nothing to what extent? No one knows.
As the economy restarts.
That's true.
And I think that's going to help private sector
Penn's getting murked.
And rather than the Fed coming in right now and trying to keep them down, I think they should stand down and let yields climb. Because I think it's going to help.
Oil, stop fucking up, oil.
Economy-wide. So
app for trading, Beanstalks. Fuck all that. That shit's super delayed. Get yourself something over here. It's free to trade stocks on TD Ameritrade too. You get so much better reporting, real-time data. The app is fucking nice. You know what I mean? Today will be a bad day on Penn, but if you hold long term, doesn't matter. Yeah, we did our swing trade in it, and we delevered what we have. We're holding. I'm not from the USA. Ah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oil goes down a bit today. I'm sure by the end of the week it will rise. That's true. I mean, I don't plan on selling. If it's a down day, if it's a red day for me, that's fine. Like, last week was fucking an amazing week. So like,
Right.
To lose a couple $100 back and just sit in my stocks is no big fucking deal. You know what I mean?
I think that the market's going to
I don't
continue
give
to
a fuck.
climb irregularly. I do think we're in a new recovery.
Oxy's getting wrecked right
most
now,
likely.
though.
But we now have a higher risk bull market.
MRO, Oxy, or
because
WL for what?
Comfortable about the future. And
I don't know.
And to me, one of the things that kept me bullish.
It depends on your appetite for risk.
It's just the massive amount of fear that existed everywhere.
Marathon Oil is your safest. Oxy, I feel like, is your least safest.
I would say there's abject
right?
bullishness, but there's
I don't know what
certainly a
WLL
feel
is.
right now, and that's a risk.
Well, you know,
I don't know if it's safe or not. Oh yeah, this is this one that looks like shit. Fuck
we're
this
gonna have you
one.
on again soon, Jim. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks,
We got to
Joe.
go though. We got 10 seconds. So we're going to take a quick look at where we are. More gains today after a big gain last week. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Squawk on the Street coming up right now.
Good Monday morning. Welcome to Squawk on the Street. I'm Carl Quintanilla with Jim Cramer, David Faber, live from separate locations. Futures are green as the cyclical growth trade gets another leg this morning. New York City begins its reopening today, 100 days after its very first confirmed case. We'll get a Fed meeting this week. Oil is steady as OPEC Plus extends those production cuts through July. And the 10-year 90 basis points, Jim.
Bear entries on airliners.
It's not just about stocks. It's about the curve steepening. It's about Druckenmiller talking about breadth broadening and a lot more.
This is this is one of those days where it makes your stomach hard to hold the stock. You know what I mean?
Continues to roll, and we're seeing major gap ups. I was mentioning on Squawk, we're seeing major gap ups.
We shake out the
morning.
week.
Highly unusual.
All right, let me go get some coffee before the open.
And it's very interesting because Stan Druckenmiller talked about Marty's why and his views of the 1980s, and they're pertinent as ever. We've got some incredible breadth. We have a Fed that is completely on the side of the bulls. We have a president who wants new highs. We have stocks that are recovering well ahead of the fundamentals, but some people could say that's what should happen. Look at the airlines. We had some numbers from Phil LeBeau off a very low basis talking about flying. And it's almost as if people decided COVID's over. It's a V-shaped rally, and you better get on board.
And that makes you a little uncomfortable.
Well, I just think that the Friday rally is, as sweet as it was off the employment number, has not brought out any sellers, Carl. And I often think that there have to be sellers at a certain level. I mean, can you really take the banks up so much when there was so much selling of Citi 20 points ago, and now no selling? I mean, where are the sellers, Carl? And I don't see them. They're not attracted by American Express on a downgrade this morning. They're not attracted to Bank of America, even though we haven't seen numbers lately. They're not attracted to Wells Fargo, even though at 22 they were very well attracted. It's as if whatever happened has vanished, kind of like we set the world back to February. And David, I think you know when you look at, say, a Simon Properties, because you look at deals all the time. I mean, Simon Properties is up 40 points. Why? Because the people were wrong who sold it in the 50s? I mean, it just seems like either people were very wrong selling, including Warren Buffett with the airlines, or it's fanciful. And we're just dealing with a market pumped by the Fed and a market where people just say, I have no choice. I've got to come in. I missed the early part. Stan Druckenmiller didn't like the market. He was wrong. We've had other people, obviously, who were wrong, and maybe they changed directions. Ray Dalio wrong. The wrong, smart hedge fund trade has decimated people.
No, it has. And Jim, listen, what you just said is what you hear, I'm sure, and I hear over and over again, which is people who are perhaps less positive throwing their hands up and simply saying, well, maybe it's just all about the Fed.
Yeah.
Maybe it is as simple as that. We have ZIRP. You just can't fight it. And
all right.
Until that condition changes, I can't expect perhaps that much of a different market response.
MXGA Bite, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. 48 viewers, dude. Let's go.
Which one has to imagine has a troubled business for many months and years to come. I'm not saying it's
let's go.
Completely hobbled, but it's certainly not going to be what it was.
Right.
And or so many others. I guess, Jim, I come back and say, okay, as I'm sure you have these conversations with asset managers, when What's
I
going to
think we go red this morning. Like, it starts pulling back, and it's going to be the most painful pullback this morning for the first hour. And by the afternoon,
we're in a period
fucking soaring,
where
baby.
Dearth of information.
But it's going to be painful till 11 a.m. Trust. Watch
being
this.
viewed positively, I believe, because the Fed has allowed anybody, with the exception of Hertz, to raise money. And judging by
We
the
gotta
common
shake
stock
out all the
numbers,
weak
people even
hands.
think that common stock could be worth something in some sort of reorg. You know that's too bullish, David.
Most likely. I mean,
Should I buy into American Airlines? I don't know.
It does happen.
I mean, I'm looking at it like I think we're gonna have the V.
People talking now about
I think
oil
people are
and
gonna
the
go
huge
out.
rebound that's taken place
If it was
there,
worth
guys, and
$30
will there be a recovery?
beforehand.
Value in that equity. So you're starting to hear that. But to your point, Jim,
You know what I mean?
it's unlikely typically, but perhaps reflective of this current period, that we would see significant moves up in the equity of two bankrupt companies.
No, I mean, Carl, one of the things that if you replay the tape and you listen to the strategists, most of the strategists were trying to figure out whether you're going to have an L-shaped recovery.
I like Delta Airlines
or
better,
whether it's
to
going
be
be a
honest.
swoosh. The V-shaped recovery was limited to one person. It was President Trump.
Good morning, Options
I think
Noob.
a lot
What's
of people said
good?
election year,
What's
so
good this
he goes with
morning?
a V. You seem to be very positive from many of the strategists. Well, I mean, now it doesn't even look like a V.
God, we're down
It just looks
600
like a
now.
check mark. And I think that a lot of us who've been living with masks, been living with gloves, are saying, well, wait a second. Social distancing, what is that about? Why do we need these? And the answer is that because maybe this is why. Maybe this is why things are okay. Maybe this is why people are flying again. Because they feel a little bit safer
52
with a
viewers.
mask,
Holy shit, are
and
you
we
kidding
didn't
me?
see the
No
big
way.
explosion,
Dude,
of
you
COVID
guys are
cases, but
fucking
there are many more
amazing,
COVID cases
dude.
that,
Amazing
west.
people.
It's just New York, which is the epicenter, which feels...
Erica, what's going on, morning homie? What are those notes to the right of the screen?
Really at work.
This is the portfolio. This is what I'm when I'm done chasing momentum.
I've got 2 big Amazon reports on my
Thank you
desk.
for the
that says no.
follow.
They feel safe to shop.
Fish and Lake,
buy
what's
their PC,
good?
and
What's
buy
good,
their cell
Fish and
phone,
Lake?
which
Thank
is
you for
so
the follow.
easy. My wife was ordering, what is this
These are the
Lou
ETFs that I'm going to
blah,
put the
blah,
money
blah.
I
And he's
don't
like,
want to
boom, boom,
touch
boom, boom, boom. I
into.
said, what did you order? I said, well,
You
I
know,
ordered
like
this
the
morning
majority,
stuff.
it's like where the majority of your poker
mean,
bankroll
it's
sits when you're not using it. You know, the majority of my stock money that I just want to sit there, let the market do its thing, I don't want to play with. These are the ETFs that I want to put it into, and this is the way I want to weight it versus my age and how much growth I want versus monthly income. These are monthly income, slow growers, steady dividend payers, momentum, VV and D-Grow are all really fast growth paying, you know, growth ETFs. Momentum is just a really strong ETF for growth.
It's like nothing happened. And then you
Delta
see
and
the
American
stocks of
confused me.
Coles
Delta
off
grew from
12 to
January to March, but
24,
American didn't.
someone downgrades
If you want to
down
look
15 to
up
13. I want to know who's going to the mall.
ETFs.com,
I wanna know, because these reports are
ETF.com
basically a
is a
poker
great
game.
place to look up and compare ETFs. Also, this ETFRC.com is a great way to like look at overlap. You can find what the overlap of holding is between the two ETFs here. So these have a 20% overlap of what they hold. These are the different sectors and which way. They both hold Microsoft, Apple, J&J, Intel, United Health. These are the weightings. You know what I mean?
Look at those numbers, will you?
Yeah.
Where are the sellers, David?
You know,
PNR's what I got. I typed the ticker wrong. Wait, what? You can always just sell it and get out of it and do what you meant to do. Don't just get stuck in something you don't know what it is. Delta and American confused me. Delta grew from January to March, but American didn't. I don't know. Very weird, very weird. I think I'm going to get out when the market opens while it's moving hard. I like Delta better for sure. I like Delta as a way better
when
play.
we talk about the biggest members of the S&P, which is funny now because now you say, well, the S&P's flat for the year.
It's almost doubled. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's because it's made up of
Move on to the next
companies
play.
that have a huge weighting in it. I'm like, yeah, it's a
And that's why I think there's going to be a lot of fucking sales.
Price weighted index of the Dow. What's your point? But Amazon, Microsoft.
I think there's going to be a lot of fucking
and,
selling this morning
Apple,
because people are just taking
and
profits.
Apple's business continues to be quite strong.
Fuck
I know
luck
there's
and
concern,
coffee.
as there should be about China.
Expense
and
ratio a bit
response
high
to
on
what we've been doing
VSTA.
to Huawei. But otherwise, those businesses I just mentioned,
I don't know. I haven't
all
looked at it.
incredibly
I
strong,
don't think it's
and
that
they do
high
add
though.
up to what, $5 trillion in market value.
Right, and that's where they're from the March bottom. Apple.
All in
so
on
many
ACB.
people
No,
deserted
don't do
Apple
that.
in the
Don't do it.
200s. Once again, they tried to trade.
Don't do
Apple.
that. Don't do
They
that.
didn't invest in it. What's the Apple thesis? It's
Don't
Katie
do that.
It's the spike in service revenue. Why? Again,
What are we
people
doing here?
have
No, no, no.
nothing to
Yahoo
do, so they
Finance.
signed up, and Apple's got more of a entertainment feel to it. Microsoft, what happened? Well, Microsoft Teams did well. Microsoft had new. There's been new PCs. Amazon obviously is such a juggernaut that it's become a fact of life.
Not that
these
big.
stocks are
0.35?
amazing. I don't know why Alphabet's running, because Alphabet hasn't done anything.
0.35 expense ratio
of substance other than
for
the
a
fact
monthly
that their
paying
cloud
dividend.
business is better, but
Holding
there's been
ETF.
executive after executive come on and say, you know what? This pandemic has moved digitization 10 years in 3 months. 10 years. And the digitization continues and continues. And you see the cloud stocks trading at levels that I've never seen them before. Look at Facebook since it announced in Facebook Shops. It's a 10% move since Facebook Shops. Why? Because people are shopping online, because small businesses had to go online because their brick and mortar are closed, and they never go back. We can open these stores, and the method they're going to be selling things is on the web.
Yeah, nobody's going back to stores. I agree.
To be sure.
I was in the mall Friday night, dude. I went in the most depressed mall in Cincinnati here. Dude, it was so fucking sad. I was like, they need to just tear this thing down and turn it into a park. This is fucking stupid.
And how he underestimated
Elon mentioned weed and its availability during COVID. Yeah, I retweeted that.
What is clearly happening?
First number of people still in jail over weed. Yeah. It's super fucked up.
It's allowing a lot of these companies that have been casualties of COVID to come back in force with a combination of hopes with the Fed money and in particular the vaccine, where the news has been very, very good.
Levi the Gazelle, Ice Cream Jesus, dude. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the follows. Let's go,
breadth
baby.
expansion and the fact that the rotation out of the COVID winners into the COVID leaders gives you a big, big breadth expansion.
It's pissing me off now, this big ass there. Got it. Haha, got you, bitch.
By the way, Jim, he also referenced the AD line 2-1 for 10 straight days, which in his view is an undefeated indicator.
Every town will have a huge indoor paintball arena. That would be dope. That would be super dope. Future's ripping with the 100 biddies. Let's go. We'll do a dab for that. Let's go. CHK up 80% pre-market. That shit is crazy. Let's get those tendies, baby. Any thoughts on FedEx and UPS? I mean, long term, I kind of like it. Although you got the scare of Amazon, who's like destroying them right now, which is just crazy.
He's negative. He's negative. Well, he wasn't negative. He was humbled. And what happened is Carnival Cruise, the airlines, the stocks that are most affected by COVID, those are doubling. Those are tripling. And should they be? Well, the Fed gave them the backstop to do all sorts of deals. Treasury gave tons of money to the airlines. But I think that those runs are absurd.
Well, Jim,
we're get a lot
you know
more
what, Jim?
After a break, we're going to talk more about
no
the Fed
one gives
and what
a
they
fuck,
say,
Jim,
as the
about you,
and spreads
right?
have recovered.
We're following the
We'll
momentum,
talk about,
bro.
More about Stan Druckenmiller. Boeing up 40% last week, poised to open up another 8% today. Back in a minute.
Who gets to trade pre-market? Like I could close DNR. I get to trade. I traded shares pre-market this morning. I traded shares at like 7 a.m. I'm already done. I've already done and made trades for the day. Oh, yeah, if you're on Robinhood, you can't trade pre-market, I don't think. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Yeah. I haven't been on Robinhood in so long, I forget that. You're stuck. And that's another reason to get you a big boy account and play with the rest of the big boys. Because why be at a disadvantage? You know, why be at a disadvantage when you're trying to trade against other people? You know what I mean? You gotta have fair and equal rights for all the traders. Okay? We need to get rid of this $25,000 day trader rule. That shit is fucking bullshit. Shit seems to be going good. Went from 50 to 320 in less than a week. Let's go. I managed to 10x my Robinhood account on my phone since Corona hit. You can trade pre-market on Robinhood. You just need to place a limit order 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Alright, so they give you 30 minutes. And an hour and a half end of day. That's interesting. 2 hours end of day. 2 hours end of day. Robinhood is a good starting point, but definitely going to want to check out other platforms for sure. Oh! Woo! Woo! Chat. Woo! You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back, guys. It's been a long time since we've had a big M&A deal to talk about, even one that we could bat down in terms of it not being true, at least in the current moment.
How's our account? How
Over the
fucked are we
weekend,
today?
Bloomberg reporting that AstraZeneca, the
100
large
here,
UK
100
based
there,
pharmaceutical
100 there,
company,
no
had
big
approached
fucking
Gilead,
deal.
another very large company that, of course, has been in the news so often. As
Yeah,
a
I'm looking
result
at
of
Tastyworks and
it having
TD to
the
move from
only
Robinhood.
treatment right now,
TD
remdesivir
Ameritrade.
for,
TD Ameritrade.
COVID-19,
Come to the
that they had
team,
approached
dude.
them
Come to
about a
the
potential,
team, bro.
transaction.
TD Ameritrade's getting
What
bought
I
by
can tell you
Schwab.
this morning
Dude, you
is
just have
that,
access to so
there's
much
nothing
more
going
shit
on
over
now.
here. So much more
That
help.
there
You
may
can
have been
call
a CEO
right
CEO
now and get a
of
trader on the
clear
line
exactly
and be
how
like, yo,
far
bro,
at
how
all
do I
that
do this?
got.
And they'll be like, let me show you how
I
to
have
do that
spoken
right
to
now.
numerous
Sold 3 for thank you for the follow. Let's
people who have
go,
advised
baby.
these companies in the past. There does not appear
Let's
to be
go,
anything
baby.
going on right now, and in fact, I think Meg Terrell as well, sort of reporting similarly that AstraZeneca's does not have anything going on. By the way, you need to look no further than the UK takeover panel, which would require AstraZeneca to say something were there something actually occurring here. Remember, as a UK company, so I think it's safe to say that there is not anything going on currently between these two companies, even though there may have been a conversation. By the way, both CEOs having worked together.
Isn't Robinhood an app only? No, you can get it online. I use the desktop version of it. Actually, Robinhood is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. Like, we got a link to Robinhood. If somebody wants to use it. Delta thoughts? I like Delta long term. I use TDA. I like it. Yeah, that's what's up, Slurpee. Okay, I'm in the UK. I haven't used it. That's what's up. So what is it? You go for dividend. So what is your go-to dividend right now?
Allows you to spend more R&D line, Jim.
Depends on if you want monthly or quarterly. But if you just want to park money, I would say use one of these ETFs to park it into. And then the more you want in a dividend, the more you go towards QYLD will give you the most. In the form of a dividend, they almost give 1% a month.
Nothing going on between these
1% a month. It's like almost 12% a year dividend from QYLD. And what they do is they buy the NASDAQ, so all the tech stocks, and they sell covered calls on everything. So it doesn't move that much up or down, but it prints a fucking huge dividend.
2 billion doses of a vaccine.
This right here.
To be ready at the end of the year.
It gives you almost 1% a month at the price it is today.
AstraZeneca's on the way up. Gilead is very questionable.
You know,
it's questionable because,
but on the other end of that, you want growth. If you're young, you want to be weighted more in the growth end of things. You know, and you want to catch all the growth while you're young and let this compound for years, for a decade, 2 decades, and then when you need it, as you want to retire, you're going to slowly transfer out of here and into QYLD for all the fucking cash flow that you need, the monthly cash flow you need to live and pay your bills. You know what I mean? I like VYM. I owned a little bit of it. I sold it this morning, I think. Yeah, we sold it this morning. I do like it. I'm not against VYM. I just think VSDA and SPHD are better.
There was no graduate school.
A little bit.
Oh, I thought it was Pontiac
And
Graduate
I,
School.
you know, was
But
checking
anyway,
all these
what
for
matters is
overlap
that
and
betting
stuff. They all
exercises
seem
is
pretty good to
certainly
not
why
overlap too much.
I mean, it
And they
doesn't
give
make any
you
money in the
different
stock
levels
market.
of like momentum
there
is
is a
max
notion,
growth,
I think, Carl, we talked
lowest
about the COVID
dividend,
index that I come
and
up
then
with,
you've got
that
DGROW,
most
which
of
is
those
dividend
stocks are now
grow.
in the
This
past,
tries to
and what we
find
wanna
all
do
the
is be
businesses
on rocket
that are
fuel.
growing their dividend. That's this whole ETF. You have to be constantly growing your dividend in here to get into DGROW, you know? So that's another interesting one, but also has growth. That's why it's D growth, you know what I mean? And then VV, VSDA. VV is just, it beats the spider. It just beats just, you know, the NASDAQ straight up, you know what I mean? And then VSDA and SPHD are monthly dividend payers that also have a little bit of growth, you know what I mean? They also have growth to them. And then QYLD is the lowest growth, maximum cash flow. And then you weight this depending on your age or desire or what you need. Maybe you need more cash flow right away, you know what I mean? But you can weight these in any way you want. Right now, I'm going to go really heavy into growth because this is the money I'm going to park and not really touch for a while. And I just want it to grow for 10, 20 years, 30 years. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make it a sense? You know what I'm saying? Yes? You got one yeah out there? Okay, okay. Anyone know the Delta pre-market? What do you mean? Delta's chilling at like 36 bucks pre-market right now. Closed at 34, but it had a high of 38 Friday. I think we go down, we find a bottom and everything later in the morning, and then we start going up for the week, if not tomorrow. You know what I mean? What does the long... Yeah, it could be something like that. It could always be like an, you know, just an accidental thing you can go into the chart and correct. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just does that on accident. There can be a glitch. The system's not perfect. You know what I mean? But only 17,000. I mean, there was a big volume that minute. 17,000 shares traded versus 21,000. The minute after, 11,000. 30,000, 21,000. Before it was trading a lot lower. But I don't know. I don't normally pay attention to that. Especially something that's that big. Although somebody could have eaten up all those orders.
Time for Mad Dashers to get ready for an opening bell on this Monday morning. About 8 minutes from now, we'll get started on the broader markets with the open, of course, looking up again.
Yeah, probably just a glitch. And you can go in and correct it on the chart if you want. Like, you can go in and
belief that apparel has
correct that minute and fucking,
stock has come back. Macy's making quite a
you know, move that up and stuff if you really care.
We don't have
but,
big
you know,
business, obviously, in Herald Square. But people have decided that Lululemon has transcended the apparel bear market. This morning, Telsey raises numbers. Previous price target 230. Obviously, that's way too low. Goes to 360. Deutsche Bank says COVID-19 hasn't tempered expectations or valuation. And this is another piece
shit is
basically
crazy.
saying, all right, I can't
Oh,
take
didn't know you could do that. Guess that does imply that they know it's wrong sometimes.
I think that
yes.
what's happened in this market is
yes.
that's the most dangerous question you can ask.
Not,
is that
you know,
tomorrow,
it's not perfect.
Way, Ron
not
Barron's
everything's
be
perfect,
on,
you know.
Squawk Box. Now, do you think Ron Barron's going to temper his enthusiasm for Tesla? I mean, I think Tesla goes up all day.
I'm looking at Tastyworks and I see the same thing. Does that add credibility? Yeah, I mean, there could have been a large,
well, you know what? Someone's coming
a large sale that went through.
Recommend Lululemon, and you got to buy it ahead. So we have the enthusiasm that I've not seen about stocks. It's almost as every person, new person at Robinhood, has decided, you know what? I got to play. And Robinhood is more than 10 million people, and they are in there buying and buying and buying, and they haven't learned to sell. The sell, I think, has eluded them. It's not in their vocabulary.
Well, No,
I see that stuff and I think someone knows something, maybe I shouldn't put too much thought into it either. You never know. I mean, there's big whales here and there everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, one billionaire thinks the stock market's going to go one way. There's another billionaire that thinks it's going to go the other. There's computers fighting all day, fucking ticking around. I think you drive yourself crazy. Honestly, paying attention to the minute by minute tick. You know what I mean?
Is an opening bell, which we're going to get 6 minutes from now. Stay with us.
Look at that wonderful gap up. That was Friday. That was Friday. Hot damn. That was Friday. They're all on a rip. Rip to anyone who had stops. I hope you're alright, Johnny. Great news for an oil rally this week. Combined 10 and maybe 2 or 3 OG weekly calls. What's the great news for oil this week? Does that mean my oxy's gonna work? OPEC cut deals. You think so? I believe Rodney on oil. I believe Rodney on oil. You have a good day. L months for twins. Have a good day. Is Wonderworst. Is Oxy still legal? Occidental Petroleum. OXY is the ticker. Wonderwurst. Excuse me? Jesus. That's fucking heroin, my friend. Doctor prescribed heroin. Well, sorry. Not Purdue Pharma. Puts on the makers of Oxy. Puts on them. Fuck them.
Live shot at Times Square, New York City, the nation's biggest COVID lockdown essentially begins ending today as phase 1 goes into effect. That's construction, manufacturing, curbside retail, subways back to 95%. Jim, they're saying 400,000 workers could return to work today.
Well, this is very exciting. I think that there is happening a little ahead of when people thought. The beginning of a return is going to be very bullish. Again, I'm watching Macy's to see what happens there. We're all trying to figure out, well, what does it really mean? I mean, can you open the back of a restaurant? Where's the space? The city has always been a little bit opaque, but I think everyone's going to try to.
My buddy in the trucking industry that we call sometimes, he just texted me. He said I got a load of hemp we're moving, live hemp plants.
David.
I said, make sure it's got the right route, not through certain states or not going far. It's legit. It's time to plant.
That's indoor dining. So now we're getting into some really interesting case studies.
Now we're getting into some really interesting case studies.
And the willingness of people to participate in indoor dining, which, at least according to the experts, of course, being indoors raises the risk much more so than being outdoors.
I went out dining
Jim,
Saturday
and
Sunday
we want to
night,
get back as quickly as possible to normalcy.
All
We
ACB?
do.
Oh my
Much
goodness,
of the
you
country
are
already is sort of way
crazy,
ahead
brother.
of where the New York area is. But when you talk about those people who work in office buildings, in the service sectors that drive the economy of New York City and much of this country, and you talk about elevators where you're going to limit people to 4, and you talk about transportation, which in New York and other
Do we want
urban
to go
areas,
up?
but
Do
even
we
more
want to
so
go
even in
down?
New York than
Do we
anywhere
want to
else,
go up?
perhaps,
Do we
in
want to
this
go
country
down?
or world.
The spy looked
or
gross
people
right
relying
before
on
the open.
subways. You talk about the
What was
public
that?
schools in the fall and how they're going to open and how they need to. There are still a lot of question marks as to how fully open you can get. Not to mention, of course,
We're getting open, David. Shush. Look at these guys. Shush
a
up,
team
people.
play in an arena or a stadium or a tourist show up to be in New York.
Right. I think it's the crowd issue. Can we have crowds? Now, Wynn, the casino, had crowds, but they have spent a fortune making that place COVID as anti-COVID as possible. Because they brought in Johns Hopkins, they really took a hard look at it. I think a lot of restaurants are want to try to get out of the social distancing thing because that's the death knell for them. But we also want to know who's enforcing it. What happens if you don't change your? What happens if you just let people come in? What I think would enforce it is if someone got COVID at your place.
Speaking of which, Jim, there's the opening bell and a look at the NASDAQ. 2 weeks tomorrow. It's been 2 weeks since the New York Stock Exchange partially opened its floor. I'd be curious, Jim, to get some updates on new cases at the exchange. We have heard very little.
Yeah, very, very little. It is the cases that we're hearing about are really not around here. But I think also there's a belief that I think untrue, that there was something going on in New York that was not happening anywhere else, and maybe it was our leaders. I think that it was not a novel virus. We didn't really know what to do. I think that we haven't talked nearly enough about how they figured out how to treat people. They recognized it wasn't a lung disease, that it was a circulatory disease.
My buddy got
they recognized that you don't put people on ventilators. There are other methods to do it. And I think that what's really gone wrong in terms of viewing New York is that it was the test ground for everybody else. And why don't they talk about it? Why don't people talk about how we didn't know what we were doing? And there's been tremendous progress being made, but no one wants to talk about it.
Isn't that what that is? Slumberger? What is Slumberger?
But I think we learned how to treat people, particularly because we found out it was circulatory. And once we did that, I think that there were major strides made.
Yeah, I agree with you, David. I don't know what you think. The Journal's got a fascinating piece today about how, according to the Journal's study, the virus spread not so much based on how dense your population was, but how crowded the households were. Some areas in very remote locations of the country had much higher infection rates than the densest neighborhoods of New York or Chicago. So, to Jim's point, we knew very little, and as a result, we had to overkill.
Yep, that is true. And as we learn more and as we become more confident in what we know, given how much it's changed in terms of what we were being told
We had to
a few months
overkill
ago, you can understand why there might not be as much confidence. But I think there is a sense, Jim, that we're just going to open. We're going to open. We're never going to close again. That is simply out of the question at this point, the idea of closing down the economy again, regardless of what comes. And we'll take
I agree.
it. And those who are at higher risk are not going to be full participants in this world until there is a vaccine. But otherwise, we're going back.
Yes, now, again, not talked about.
Oxy, don't die on me now.
The onus is on the people who, frankly, are at risk. And the
ADMA
people are
just
going
under
out.
$3.
Where we were
Fair
was
enough.
that nobody could go out. And I think the fact that nobody go out was antithetical to the way, it was certainly the way they did it in Madrid. Certainly the way they did
Trump
it
would rather nuke Florida than shut down again. Oh my God.
They're not doing it in the South, and I think that they're not going to do it in the West, and other than California. But we
Lots of
wrecked the economy.
profit taking this morning, but
I
then
think
look
that
at
we
us
wrecked the economy
ripping.
because we just didn't know enough about the disease. We just found out. Look, the WHO just told us, you know what? Masks are good. I mean, now look, the science. They were looking at the science as it was.
Boiled down, though.
What they should have been looking at are things like Thor, which I have on tonight, THO. Thor is a recreational vehicle company, and what happened is that, you know what a cool way it is to go across the country in a recreation vehicle.
really?
Do you know you can't get a bike? Has anyone tried to buy a bike? There are no bikes.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I've tried to buy 2 bikes, and believe me, it is. Try getting a boat these days, Jim. I mean,
It's
the supply squeeze is crazy.
I'm so glad I got my 18-foot. I could put sell my 18-foot Boston Whaler, guys. Anyone who wants it, $50,000. It's only 10 years old.
Jim, I can't wait to hear Thor, because their commentary so far has been not just about the quarter, but
how do I look at
about how
oil on
customers
here?
are buying RVs to use as their workspace and then travel and combine the two things. It's somebody on Twitter this morning called it the new commercial real estate.
Oh yeah, I mean, my daughter was trying to figure out how to make an Airstream into a way to be able to sell cupcakes.
Oxy's tanking.
And I said, I'll back you in a second. I mean, that sounds like a great idea. People are don't want to stay in hotels. They don't want to. They're afraid. There are people who don't even want to pump gas. But when you're in one of these Thor vehicles, I think that you're considered to be like in a tank, and no one can get you. And it's an incredible. By the way, the stock bottomed on March 23rd. So many stocks bottomed when people thought the world was going to an end. And let's not forget the airlines bottomed when Warren Buffett sold. That's like Stan Druckenmiller. How about the fact that the rich people really panicked and the people who were just at home stuck with it? You have to point that out. And the Robinhood people, they bought throughout. David, that's Robinhood, not in tights. That's actual Robinhood.
I understand. I understand. But again, you're not a buyer of the airlines here, Jim.
Well, I mean, the numbers are so bad. And I just, look, I think that if I were, again, if the Treasury Secretary...
Dude, he's always on the opposite side of the day. Whatever the day is looking like, he's like on the opposite. Like, oh, they're too high. Airlines are too high, so...
I can never get in because I don't have the credit card. And then they're giving you people buyouts, okay? Now, is that the sign of something that you really want to double down on when the stock was at 10 and Evercore said that the price, used the price target of 1? I do think a lot of the airlines are doing well, but what they ought to be doing is issuing stock to pay back some debt. The debt's horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, you want debt? Look at the cruise ships. Holy cow. There was an interview in the Telegraph this morning with Carnival.
Z is raging.
There's no cruises. And what a run the stock's had from $8. Look at that. There are no cruises. And they're burning $250 million a month.
Wow.
Well, I guess, you know, you better be lucky than good, because those are rallies that are as crazy as the Simon Property rally. I mean, the rallies are crazy.
Yeah,
now, it's going to turn out that Royal, I guess, goes to 100, and I'll look like as stupid as all the people who said it was never going to go past 20. But these are good runs. And now if they start, can you imagine if they start cruising? David, I told you.
Maybe the algorithms... Maybe the algorithm is based on them starting cruising, then you actually sell the stock. It's only until they start cruising that you don't. I don't know.
David, February, Alaska, Norwegian, Haven. Come with me.
Okay.
Just a few couples.
Sounds cold.
Right at the top. No, it has a great Solaria. We can watch the calving. Do you even know what calving is?
Wow, they're like...
Yes, I do. It's when the iceberg calves off. Yeah, it does. The glacier. It calves off from the glacier. Yeah.
Holy cow. David, that's so good.
Yeah.
That entitles you to one free trip to TJ Maxx.
Oh, did I get it? I already got it.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm paying attention to climate change and to the rising levels.
Climate change?
Wow.
Remember that? The oils are going crazy. Hey, BP, if they fire everybody, does it go to 50?
All right, forget it.
Yeah,
we missed it.
That's the up to 10,000 is what reports say, and that's by the end of the year. 15%.
Stop and swoop. Thank you for the follow. Ty Tone, thank you for the follow.
15% of
My
U.S.
God, look at this
households have
thing ripping.
experienced a loss of income because of COVID. So when does that start getting talked about? I mean, how much can cruise bookings go up if so many households are less well off than they were a year ago?
I don't know, but I see the Nasdaq hitting an intraday high. And
there we go.
I know that the rich get richer in terms of Amazon and Apple. I think Apple is one they can't manipulate early on. You can watch the crawl starting at 5 o'clock, and you see what they're going to gun. I mean, whoever they is, I don't know. But the airlines keep going, the cruise ships keep going, but the numbers aren't going up. Now, maybe the people who are gunning these stocks are taking a year-long view. But it is hard to believe that
Oxy, what are you doing to me?
Is at a record high, unless you genuinely believe that that Apple's going to have a blowout and Amazon's going to have a blowout. Maybe they are. I mean, the Amazon price targets that were increased today are extraordinary. but also like the Kohlses of the world, the Nordstroms. It's almost as if everybody believes, listen, we're going shopping. I don't know what that interlude was. They wouldn't let us do things, but now we're allowed to do things. So what do? We're Americans. We shop. You know, we're not Americans. We go work in machine tool factories, right?
We also order in a lot of food, and guys, that takes me to hitting a couple of M&A situations. Earlier we discussed, of course, AstraZeneca and Gilead. There are no talks, it would appear, going on between those two companies at this point, but we certainly know there have been a lot of talks between Uber and Grubhub about trying to get to
Oxy's our biggest issue right now.
Under which Uber would buy
oil.
Grubhub.
What are you doing?
All stock deal, of course, as you might imagine. Over the weekend, our colleagues at CNBC.com also reported that there is interest in Grubhub from two other companies, Eat Takeaway and Delivery Hero. By the way, these are both European-based companies. They do not have listings here in the States. And just really, very quickly, if you were to imagine a deal,
Doesn't
of course,
look
it
good.
would have to be an all-stock deal again. In the current environment, one cannot imagine a cash deal in any way in this industry. And so they would probably have to get listings here in the U.S. to actually make something like that effective. But it does not mean that there is an interest from those two companies in Grubhub. And I can tell you as well that people close to Grubhub continue to indicate to me that there is great interest there in being a part of consolidation in that industry. And that is why they have been in these talks with Uber. Yeah. But Jim, what I also continue to hear, and you know, we've followed this pretty closely at this point, and it's not really about price anymore. We were talking a great deal about that.
Now we're losing in D-King and Penn.
D-King. But they have really gotten
Damn,
bogged down
D-King
in the
taking a
details
hit.
of antitrust concessions. It would appear Grubhub is looking for language on regulatory, on how you treat your workers, on pricing, that would, in their opinion,
actually
ameliorate
holding
some
strong.
of the concerns amongst antitrust
D-King
regulators.
getting
If you were to
destroyed.
sign this deal and it were to get to them to be reviewed, would deal with some of those concerns. Uber, I'm told, has not been willing to give those concessions that Grubhub is looking for on antitrust.
How the fuck is this
in
still
addition
worth
to, of course,
fucking 80
making Grubhub
cents?
feel as though during what would probably be a lengthy review that its business would be okay, and that could also be in the form of a significant break fee and the like, reverse break fee. But
and this one's
they're
still
not making a
worth
lot of
$2.
progress
Like,
there.
what the
Now,
fuck?
maybe, I don't know, maybe Uber feels like, hey, if I
Today's
start
the start of the
giving- we start
Klein
giving
sale
them
now.
pricing
That's what
to
they
city
want you to
councils
feel
and the
like.
likes that want certain pricing caps, maybe our core business, they're going to start to come after on that front as well, Jim.
That's what they
But
want you to feel
they're
like.
kind of at a, you know,
A
we'll
little bit
see,
of
but
profit
they're sort of
taking
at
turns into
at
panic
odds
selling.
there. As to the prospect of whether either one of these other European
Turns
companies
into
would
tomorrow we're
actually
up
be a
fucking 5
true
points and
merger
everybody
candidate,
missed out on it.
unclear again, given
You
some
know
of
what
the
I mean?
impediments there, including the fact that neither has a listing in the U.S.
Well, all of these companies are under assault. Yes, there's some large restaurants that are using, Chipotle uses them, but one of the things that's happened, they have to be careful about, is that when you have restaurants, when you have half the tables, we have to do something with the waiters. The reason why I mentioned the bicycles is the waiters, your own places are starting to do the delivery. You save a huge amount of money. These guys really take too much money. This is a common theme that is happening.
Scare
in many
everybody
cities,
this morning,
which is
dude.
the
Scare the piss
disintermediation
out of everybody. I
Grubhub
told you guys.
or an Uber
Don't worry
Eats
about the
because
first
you have
hour.
spare,
Doesn't mean shit. First
PPP
hour
talent
doesn't mean
that
shit.
have to do something.
Everybody's
That's what I
settling
would argue.
in.
If I
They're
were
taking their
Matt
profits.
Maloney, I would say,
Now
you
they're
know what?
looking
There's
around
a
and they're
whole
like,
new group
fuck,
of
what do I do
competitors
with all
and they
this
are
money
every
I just
restaurant. But, you
raised?
know, I like Matt
And they're
very
looking
much.
for
I know
deals to
Matt
get
wants
back
hold
in.
out. But this trend is so electric, and I'm so early on this thing. But believe me, because you can't get a bike, it's impossible to get a scooter. And
Right.
that's restaurants buying things up in order to be able to deliver themselves, in order to be able to make a profit, rather than giving these companies 30%. So they
Look at
can
Nicola.
combine. But there's a whole new force that is saying, you know what? We don't need these because we have so many people and we don't know what to do with them.
Right. That's interesting.
It's a new theme.
Now, by the way, keep in mind the potential synergies between Uber and Grubhub would be quite significant.
Yes.
You can take a lot of cost out there, as we know. Not so much these two European companies, given they don't have their business is not really here. So that's also a different front. Guys, if I can quickly, just because M&A, let me also just come back quickly to Tiffany, which we've been following closely as well.
American Airlines
again,
starting
I
to
think
take
it's safe
off
to
now.
say that Bernard Arnault, the richest man in Europe, who runs LVMH, is very much focused on continuing to try to find grounds to extract some sort of a price cut from Tiffany for their deal.
Oxy consolidating.
Cash, keep track at home, so you can see it's still a fairly large spread. That said, I continue to hear Tiffany's not going to give them any grounds for doing that. You know, there will not be.
Look at the SPY. The SPY is going up.
Sort of any ability for LVMH to see
can't stop, won't stop in this bitch.
In the likes of a breach of covenants and the like, that perhaps
everything
give them the right to pursue, or at least
dude, I know it's tough to buy, but
pursue some sort of a price cut.
Time to buy.
We'll
Put your money to work. Put it to work
tomorrow as well when Tiffany reports earnings, guys. So that's just the latest there. Arnaud, though, Jim is he's a tough customer. He's going to stay focused.
Oh yeah, I think this is an exciting deal because if Tiffany comes back, I mean, what an opportunity right now to do something. Again, David, I need to know about the Simon Properties deal. Will you help me here?
Undead Killer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. What's good?
Tight from everything I hear.
What's good?
So how does Simon go from 50
the
to
idea
90?
that he's going to be able to get out of it is, I don't know. I don't know. Now it is both cash and stock, so at least you got that there. That's helping as well. But Jim,
oil's fucked, isn't it?
They're on the clock there now. They've gotten the antitrust. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody who's gone over that contract says it's incredibly tight. As much as David Simon, of course, regrets or wishes, oh, why
and LVMH not tight,
weeks.
Right?
No, it's a tight contract as well. There might be a little more wiggle room. It's pretty tight also. Yeah.
Great stories, Dave.
I mean, but these are all being tested, and that's the key.
Great
oh, you gotta DM me the link, Bilasino.
Carl.
How the fuck is Apple at all-time high? This is all BS. I don't
right
believe
now.
it.
Thanks for that.
Because Apple has all the cash in the world. They make a good product. They're not going anywhere. They're not disappearing. It's a safe haven for people to put their money in. What do you mean you don't believe it? What don't you believe? What do you think about Apple? What are your thoughts on it? Are they a horrible company?
So energy stocks
are going out of business next year.
Once again, mega caps, which really led the rally.
What do you believe? What's your thoughts?
But I don't want to kid anybody. If you look at what's really going on,
do we do a bet on HTZ? I lost a fuck ton of money on HTZ on Friday. I'm not fucking with it.
You can see that this is still largely a mega cap driven rally here. So if you look here, Apple's essentially at a new high. Let's not quibble about a few points. Amazon 1% away, Microsoft 1%, Facebook 4%, Alphabet 6%. Remember, the S&P is 5% from a 52-week high. That was on February 19th, of course. And of course, you can see the effect this had on the other sector leaders. Obviously, technology and consumer discretionary, where you get the bulk of those.
People, everybody hid in tech. Everybody hid in tech on the way down. Tech went up. And now that it's at its peak, everybody's looking for growth everywhere else and selling their tech.
52-week high. So I understand.
Maybe the best U.S. company ever, right? XD less than 3. So like, what do you have against them being at all-time highs then, Phenom?
Banks and energy rally, but
right? I
agree.
XD
Still 30% off its 52-week high. Banks
pay a dividend. They pay a fucking dividend.
Even with the big rally that we've given, that has gotten so much attention in the last week and a half as we shifted. Into
one of the top and growing tech companies, and it pays a dividend.
Which are part of industrials, 14% off. And the Russell,
pretty amazing
which
shit.
we talked last week, had a terrific rally last week, is still notably lagging the S&P 500. So much attention is now focused on these underperforming sectors. There was a lot of debate back and forth over the weekend, a lot of notes flying around over the weekend. Mike Wilson over at Morgan Stanley is now changing. He's overweighting industrials and materials, those cyclical names. He's very big in them, and he's underweighting consumer staples and utilities. Sivita Subramanian, who's over at the Bank of America Merrill Lynch, was talking about value stocks over the weekend. Those are mostly banks and energy stocks. So they can differ in where they're going, but basically they're looking at the underperforming sectors and see if there's anything left in them. What's next? I think Jim had a great question. Where's the earnings? That's what we need. Let's just remind everyone.
The only thing Apple missed out on was the video game boom. Other than that, they created this tech market for real,
And right now, they're not growing. They're going down. The estimates are still going down. How about dividends? That's the other thing that drives the markets. Are they growing or not? They're not growing. There are certain sectors that are cutting their dividends. How about the market multiple? Is it expanding or not? Well, here's the only thing in our triumvirate that's actually been expanding. This thing is way over 20 right now, and that's in historically overbought territory here. Carl, I want to remind everyone, 40% of the S&P 500 has withdrawn earnings guidance for the year. So Jim is right. What we need to have happen sometime in the next month, sometime in July, is some of these people, some of these CEOs who've withdrawn guidance come forward and say, hey, you know, I withdrew our guidance for the full year in April. Well, now it's the 4th of July. Now we have a better idea of what's going on. Here's our commentary. Here's our guidance. That's
Fearless
the next
Patrick,
step,
we
Jim.
appreciate it. We'll
Right.
see you
We need to
tomorrow.
see some expansion in earnings expectations and earnings guidance. Carl, back to you.
All right, Bob, let's hope we get it. Bob Pisani, take a quick break here. S&P 3200 is basically 9% above where strategists on average expect the index to end 2020. We're back in a minute.
Don't look now. D-King on that comeback maneuver. We just need Oxy to be on the comeback. I can feel it in my bones, down in my loins. They gotta make it hard, dude. They can't make the game easy. It's gotta be hard as fuck. Look at BA raging. If BA's raging, dude, we're gonna be burning some oil. You already know it. You know this, man. Slapper every now and then. Depends. I think the cheapest stock we're holding right now is ADMA. It's on the move too. It's on the move, baby. We need it to go to $5. We need ADMA to go to $5 motherfucking dollars. Stand up time. Oh shit, it's making moves, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Holy shit. Let's see if we can hold $3. That would be really nice. Airlines are fighting. Oil is fighting. Dude, we're red right now, but at the end of the day, we're gonna be green. I feel it. Feel it in my loins. I feel it in my loins. Stocks only go up. Stocks only go up. You just buy and hold for a little bit. Just hold, just for a little bit. Hold.
Look at stocks like Boeing this morning. It's clear that investors think
Got
that airline
350
travel
on
is
Robinhood.
about
Where
to
do I
break
put
out.
it?
Our Phil LeBeau has more on that today. Good morning, Phil.
Into an airline or oil.
Carl. Take a look at the numbers
Where
we just
people are
received
running
from
from.
the TSA
Where
in
people are
terms of
scared
passenger
yet.
levels this
They're
weekend.
still not
It's a
in
little
from
hard
the
to tell, but there
crash.
is that
That's
uptick
where
at
you
the end.
fucking
This
run
is the
to.
first time
Okay?
this weekend we saw 2 days
The
over
more people that come in
400,000,
here like you're
including
fucking
yesterday when we hit
crazy, the more money I'm gonna throw at it.
225 passengers screened
My
by
alibi
TSA.
89,
Keep in
thank you for
mind,
the
that's
follow.
still
Let's
down
go.
83.5%
Trib? What is
compared
trib?
to the same
I
day
don't know what trib
last
means.
year. As you look at the airline index, and we're comparing this to the S&P 500 over the last month, no comparison at all. Airline stocks up 79% in the last month. Bank of America out with a note today regarding Alaska Airlines, upgrading it to a buy. B of A said, look, you got to favor the airlines that have the lower debt levels. They like Alaska in this situation. You guys, the early trade for the airlines.
Buy more
stocks
Oxy
today,
than I
off to the
did.
race
I
today,
got
up
230
anywhere
shares of
between
it.
4, 5, 6%, some as much as 7%.
I'm
How
like
high they're
deep
trading.
into Oxy
And finally,
right
do
now.
not forget that this afternoon,
I'm
3
deep
o'clock,
in that
Roosevelt. You don't want
shit.
to miss the exclusive interview with Robin Hagan, CEO of JetBlue. We'll talk to him about what's happening with passenger levels this weekend and how much it's grown. Guys, back to you.
Look at it cranking.
Yeah, Boeing adding more than 100 points to the Dow.
That morning scare off, dude, made all the weekend sell. Everybody was like, oh my god, I don't want to lose my profits from over the weekend. I should sell now. Here I am just fucking scooping more. Give me more. We bought it today. We bought 200 shares this morning. 100 there, 100 there. Killing Bird, let's go, baby. How you doing this morning? How we doing this morning? Give me more! Give me more! Thank you for the biddies, sir. We appreciate it. What's good this morning, my man? How was your weekend? Dude, everybody needs to follow Killing Bird's stream. His stream is fucking badass. He has been getting hella upgrades. He's got the pub to hang out in. They're fucking playing beer pong and shit. Shit is tight. Got medics, let's go. Thank you for the follow. Let's go, let's go. Weekend was good. That's what's up. That's what's up. Dude, we're cranking away here. Look at Oxy just creeping up. Everybody's like, oil, you're gonna get fucked in oil. You're gonna get fucked. There's no way. There's no way, bro. No fucking way. American Airlines, no fucking way, man. No way. That shit's going down. Yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. It's going up. Here we are in American Airlines starting to crank that profit. Oxy's starting to crank back. Who's our loser now? D King is tanking. Which is fair enough, dude. Fair enough. They just IPO'd. They can't be fucking doing that great. We made a lot of money. We deleveraged out of them. They can take back a couple $100 bucks. Take it back. Who fucking cares? This is Nicola because it's soaring, I see. It is soaring. We got into it. Nice. We're into it.
Eight S&P sectors are higher at the moment, but none more so
Doesn't
than
make sense
energy.
really, but who gives a fuck when we're printing, right, Iffy? DK going down, apps going up, need some synergy. Apps up.
Amid a resumption in demand. We're back in just a moment.
Apps is up. Let's go apps, dude. Let's go apps. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not trying to buy it. I'm just trying to look at the chart here. I'm just trying to look at the chart here. We already own it. Let's go apps. Let's go apps. Pulling back a little bit from the high of 10 though. Hit 10 in pre-market trading. Future is bright. Gotta wear shades. Look at America Airlines over here. Starting to print for us like crazy. Penn is coming back. So I don't think D King, I mean, why is D King, I guess it's just D King on its own has raged so far from $18. It's just time for a pullback. $35, fair enough. Let it chill. Give them a quarter or two. No big deal. Look at American Airlines. Let's go, baby. You can't stop us from flying. We have a trip. I'm going to Florida at the end of fucking June here. At the end of the month, we're going. Holy shit, we're going at the end of the month. It's crazy to think about. ADMA is fucked. God, medics, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Come on, Stonks, let's fucking go. We need Oxy to slowly just keep climbing here. That's really our biggest fear right now. That and D King is what is making our losses in ADMA. Dang you, ADMA.
right, guys.
D. King is
we,
getting
wrap up at least this hour.
hammered.
Real quick clarification from me on Simon. When we were talking, Jim, I mentioned a stock component. Sometimes I get a little confused. There are some deals out there. This is an all-cash deal, as we well know. $52.50, of course, is what Simon has agreed to pay for Taubman. As for M&A overall, Carl, you asked me about this on Friday as well. You know, I am hearing a lot more, at least, about conversations starting to take place and things starting to at least
interesting
bubble
trade.
up. Would imagine
Stream
that,
Girl,
given
what's
the
going
performance of
on?
The equity markets is instilling confidence in management teams.
How you doing
overall.
this morning?
But another theme,
What's
Jim,
our
that
morning
comes up
looking
a lot
like?
is the election and what that will mean for changing face of antitrust regulatory and whether or not
Just
if
put
you
in
are
some
thinking
orders.
about
I
a
woke
deal,
up and
you
did a
wanna
bunch
try
of
to get
stuff this
something done,
morning.
if in fact you think there is going to be a change of administration prior to
I levered up
inauguration.
even harder
Doesn't
into the
mean it will
airlines
happen
and
even if there
oil.
is a Biden administration that it will be particularly stringent, but there is a general view that that would be the case.
Wow, great call. Great call. All right, tonight I've got Thor. Stock's already up 8. It's just screaming, Carl. And then I've got Sorrento, which is
XOP
another one of the
pre-market.
vaccine
What is
companies. Please be
XOP? That
careful.
sounds
Please be careful.
familiar.
Small cap. Small cap. Not Bob. Bob Martin.
Oil and
is
gas
a
spider.
leader.
Ooh, I
love
like
that
it. I
company.
like it. I
Thor
like
is
it. I
back.
like it. I
Remember,
like
it's
it.
Airstream, but also all the others. And David, you and I are going to cross the country to take a cruise ship to Alaska. Okay.
All right, I'm in. I'm going to do it. I'm
We're
ready.
just going hard and hard body. Dude, and the things that got hurt the most, the companies that they were like, it's going bankrupt. They're fucked in that. Like, it's over. You know what I mean? Those investors are fucked. All of these stocks are on the most massive rally back up now. You know what I mean?
Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to Squawk on the Street. I'm Carl Quintanilla with Sarah Eisen coming to you live from various locations. Mike Santoli's in for David this hour. 1% gain in the industrials here. S&P 3205 as the cyclical trade, the reopening trade, Sarah, gets another leg up after last week's torrid advance.
D-King is just getting destroyed right
Yeah,
now.
that's where we'll begin this morning, Carl, with the market and that 1% move higher from the Dow. S&P coming off the best day since mid-May, and the NASDAQ already at a new intraday record high. Dow at its highest level since late February, bolstered by Boeing this morning, which continues to be a big comeback story. Jonathan Golub, Credit Suisse U.S. Chief Equity Strategist, joins us, as well as Jack Ablin, founding partner and chief investment officer at Crescent Capital. Good morning to both of you. Jack, I mean, are you surprised by the magnitude and the persistence of the gains here?
Well, yeah, I nearly fell out of my
Yeah.
chair when I heard the jobs report
Yeah.
on Friday. You know, a 10 million job miss, I think, is the widest swing and a miss I've ever heard in economic history, and thankfully it was to the upside. And I do think that,
But grab XLE, XOP today and catch the end of the rally, and cycle into some SPYV, VBR, large small value ETFs for that thing. That's what's up.
When economists had expected a million job loss in February 2009, and we only
Just
got
riding the wave,
850,000.
exactly.
That really set the stage for the Haynes bottom that occurred around that time.
I guess the question is how much farther can we climb, and how much has the market already sort of priced in a better view of reopening than a lot of the economists who are looking for a down jobs number, and the hedge fund managers who are looking at stocks overvalued. How much of that is already in?
I think a lot of it. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Apple and Microsoft keep going down.
To me.
I'm not
Yeah,
inclined
I
to
think-
keep
I
playing
think a lot
tech
of
when it
it's
drops
priced in. You know, I
on
did a
up
pretty
days.
thorough
Yeah, well,
analysis
everybody
of the
was,
market last
everybody
week.
piled
We
in there
looked
for
at
safety,
three
and now
different,
everybody's spreading back out to
valuation
these
measures. I think one
riskier
thing,
trades again. You
your
know what I
viewers
mean?
should also
And that's why those are
disregard
going
is anything
down.
related to forward
I don't think
earnings,
they're bad
so
plays. I
forward
think it's good to
PEs, anything like
purchase
that.
them
But if you look at the
when we
economy,
find a bottom. You know what I mean?
Equity markets related to the economy. You look at EBITDA to enterprise value. You look at the CAPE ratio. Generally, we are above median, but we're certainly not in a bubble territory. I wouldn't call it a dangerous valuation. Certainly fully valued, and one that certainly can sustain itself as long as we get continual improvement in the economy.
Jonathan, definitely want to hear from you on this, on where you think we are at this moment, and on that point about how you make a fair valuation for this market.
If I'm in value on the wrong
First of all, I
day
think
instead of tech, it might be a lot
there's
worse. I'm thinking short term, I'm seeing those 3 to 5% gains in
what I would
value, and it's
call the
annoying.
sequential data,
I
the
mean,
stuff that's
I don't
coming
think
out,
we're
like
going
the
backwards.
earnings
Like,
or not the earnings, but
people
let's
are
say
going
the
back
jobs
out. We're
report
going to
versus
work
the
and
last
shit.
jobs report, or the miles driven, or retail sales, and you're comparing it to what happened last, they're going to look off the charts great, and you're going to see improvement everywhere. And I think that that's going to give a near-term additional boost. The reality, though, is you have to ask a different question, is with over 20 million people less employed now than there were before, how long will it take to get back to those numbers? The V off the bottom is going to be easy. It's going to be exciting. But,
D-King is getting destroyed.
Too soon to even address those issues about how long it'll take. Now, with respect to, and just saying, perhaps I have a different view than Jack, ultimately, markets are a discounted set of cash
D-King
flows
is getting
based on what you think is going to
destroyed.
happen in the future. And even if we can't, we don't have a perfect view of what those are,
Penn
right
is
now, based on
up,
consensus
yes.
estimates, the market is at a 22.5 or a little bit more than a 22.5 multiple, which basically
Gonna
means
take
that we're
D-King
trading
calls at 35.
like we're in
That's
the
not a bad
internet
idea.
bubble period in terms of stock valuations, and yet, rather than the enthusiasm that we had then, we're seeing an environment with all kinds of problems. So
Let it
it's
find
very,
some
very
type of a
difficult
bottom
to
where you can
justify,
get in.
these numbers, no matter how optimistic you are in earnings.
Jonathan, just to jump in on the multiple question, the principle is always you buy cyclical stocks at high multiples on depressed earnings because that's the market's way of getting ahead of a rebound in earnings. Is the overall market not also governed by similar logic at a time like this when you saw pretty much a unique one-time shock decline in forced earnings, basically?
And Mike, that's a great point. So I actually did this math right before coming on.
As more sports back up, it's gonna crank. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna sell covered calls. I'm gonna sell covered calls to generate revenue, which we already sold on D-King and Penn. We kind of want them to go down. Like, I don't want Penn. I want it to stay just shy of $37 for another 10 days.
And so, so it's even.
But if we get liquidated out of Penn, I'm not worried about it.
Give me whatever numbers you want. You want to do it on 21? You want to do it on 22 earnings? Fine.
And then same with D-King. We've sold a covered call against D-King at 45, so we're just sitting here printing off the little bit of shares we have, and we delevered. We had over 200, 300 shares at one point. And we've delevered down to just 100 shares in each, so that this pain is nowhere near what we've made off of it. You know what I mean? And the last 100 shares of each, we sit here and sell calls against.
It's very, very difficult to justify, unless you simply say the Fed is pouring money in, don't fight the Fed, but beyond that, the fundamentals don't make the case.
I'd prefer a call than selling off 200 shares. I don't know. That's like flaw. What do you mean? I'd rather sell a call
I tend to agree, but you're right.
to sell my
Jonathan,
shares than
we've
just
got
directly
$7.5
sell them,
trillion
I feel like.
Of additional
I don't think that's a bad.
Liquidity, about $4.5 trillion in a period of about 3 weeks. But the other is, to your point on the discounted cash flow, I agree. It is all about discounted cash flow.
Just feels more comfortable to give up shares that way, non-taxable. Really?
The stream of the next 30 years accounts for about, depending on the growth rate, accounts for about maybe 5 to 10%.
You get the premium,
of the
exactly.
Value of present value. So if you think that we can get back to kind of a reasonable growth
shares
rate
get called, whatever. Yeah, exactly.
1 or 2022, that the fact that we have that diminishment, end of 2020 is really more of a speed bump than it is a huge hurdle. So focusing on PEs where that's the denominator, to me, is a little bit of a over-representation.
Jack, there's a lot of reasons to be, I think, to be enthusiastic here in the turn. But this is more than a speed bump, and with the market basically flat year to date, it's very difficult to simply say that liquidity alone, justifies the market being flat. But we can debate it.
Hey Jack, on the 10-year, to what degree does it deserve to be the driver from here on out, and how many more basis points until the Fed starts to push back?
Boy, I don't think the Fed is going to get in the way at all. They've obviously been flapping their arms for a decade and not seeing inflation above their 2% target. So easily the Fed is just going to, sit on the sidelines and wait.
Just bought more DK. Fuck it.
Is a little inflation.
He's like, I'm buying on the red days. That's not a bad move. That's not a bad move.
Into negative interest rates is an area, of course, that Chairman Powell is loath to do.
It's finally a red day.
In order to be able to have some room to offer.
Jeez, it went all the way up to $45 like crazy. I have a feeling we probably pull all the way back to this $30 level.
Jonathan, I just want to close by bringing in some of the health data and statistics.
You love those emerging markets.
Market mover at sometimes during this crisis than the economic data.
Dude, can't stop, won't stop. Who cares? This is fucking moving.
Today, New Zealand announced it's COVID-19 free, and the transmission has stopped. They opened all their social and economic.
New Zealand is COVID-19 free.
Europe's reopening is apparently looking pretty smooth. I mean, we're still waiting on this country. There's some hot spots in Arizona and others, but I just wonder how much of that is just dictating where the market goes right now until, we do appear to be past this whole pandemic stage, and then perhaps the earnings and the economic data will come into further focus.
Sarah, I think that's the most important issue here, and I think that the belief that
M-Tom's pulling back. We wanted to buy M-Tom.
The pandemic is behind us is probably not going to, it's probably, let's put it this way, an optimistic view, but we are seeing, if you look in New York City area, the number of deaths per day, the number of new cases per day, and people going into ICUs is down dramatically, and that's going to make it much more comfortable for people to
not that many people are buying these.
Get into the office on a train or something like that, or a subway, and not fear for their health, and that's a really big deal. I think with the the events over the last week where people were gathering together.
I feel like it's a safe place to put money, but not sure it'll be its buy forever. It has the past year or two. I was tempted to dump money into like Qatar or Brazil or some weird place. See if it goes up 27% a week. Check that QQQX out, Rand. I think the total return is better than QILD.
Is probably a major retracement, like we see, like many of us forecast, is probably off the table.
Interesting.
If, however, we see that the number of cases starts to pick up as we reopen, then I think that that the levels we have are there's just no way they're going to hold. And I think that to your point, I think this is the most important thing. Drawing New Zealand as a case study is probably not the right one.
Putting in a strong bottom here.
In the U.S., the number of cases and deaths coming down substantially, and that's extremely good news.
Quarterly dividend, yeah.
Well, the protests, I think.
I'm not against quarterly, though,
We'll see in the next few weeks what the data look like.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'm in my short position on what? What are we shorting, Swanson?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Last word.
No, I just think that, as the weather's nicer, people are going out, people are, once you go out to, whether it's to a protest or out to a restaurant, I think that we realize that we don't want to be in our homes anymore. We're kind of fed up
like,
with
fuck your airline play, Rand. I'm shorting airlines. I don't give a fuck.
We're desperate to go out and resume a normal life, and if that goes well without a resurgence, then I think the market's absolutely
short Nigeria.
Amen to that, on wanting to go out. Jonathan Golub, thank you. Jack Adlin, good to see you as well.
Thank you.
NKLA.
So we're holding 3,200 this morning. When we come back, Goldman Sachs senior advisor Stephen Strongen on the opportunities in stocks post-COVID.
NKLA is raging. Can't stop, won't stop this thing. Dude, it's real. It's going to $100, I bet. People think, again, everybody thinks it's not real, dude. That's why and it's going up. That's why I'm in. This shit's real. I think it's real. Let's hear some music. Should we throw on some tunes? Should we throw on some tunage? Print some Blue Notes? Dude, we just need D King now to not shit the bed.
This is my blues.
Too much. Don't shit the bed too much at least. Jesus, this thing is raging. Nicola! Nicola! Dude, Nicola. Yeah, NKLA. Yes, Palasano. I think they can. He's savage. Signing to me? Me? My lucky number, I'm gonna sit on him forever. I did see that fucking I'm in this shit could be real. I told you it's real, dude. It's real. I'm telling you. It's real. They don't just get interviews on CNBC for no reason and shit. This is where the money is made. This is where the money is made. The money is mine. The money is mine. We want it. We want it all. The money is mine. Have you guys seen Vegas Vacation? You know what I'm talking about? The old man. Then I just die. I just die right here. Just get out before the turn. No way. We're keeping this thing for fucking ever, dude. This thing's about to be on a tear for years. Momentum. Warren Buffett did sell all his airline stocks. He's getting old. The man is getting old. He's getting old. That's when he should have bought. Here's the thing, though. It's even the same with me, man. Sometimes don't do what I do. Do what I say. And you know, Warren Buffett can't win all the time. That was one of those things where, you know, follow his preachings, but don't follow what he did there. That was fucking stupid. How many Nicola you got? Just a little bit. We don't have that much. 25 shares. 25 shares. 25 shares. Oh my god, it's fucking going vertical right now. Shit's real. It's real. You guys don't it's real. They're real. Tried telling you guys it's fucking real. It's real. Nobody believes me though, dude. Nobody believes me. Think oil up before the week? I believe so. Dude, shit is popping off. Everybody's going back to work. Oil's going back to where it was. We didn't fucking kill off 1/10 of our population. Like, consumption is gonna hop right back up for the summer. You know what I mean? It's summertime. People be driving and shit. Alright, I got a couple shares, but it's scaring me. Just hold. Just hold. Obviously now is a hard time to buy at the fucking inflection point here. But just hold for a couple days. Just like safety of my ETFs. I don't trade them all the time. Yeah. This is money that you're definitely, you know, willing to burn. Don't chase. Yeah, don't chase. Don't chase. But starting a small position, I mean, okay. CCL, hold or sell. I don't know. 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 If I had a magic ball, I would, you know what I mean? I think they have room to run. I hold. I would hold, but I got 2 shares. Yeah, totally. You're fucking totally fine. Nickel calls are way overpriced. Should I sell a couple? I need 100 shares to sell the calls, damn it.
And I be running 'cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. And I be running 'cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. And I be running 'cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down, the less I get out. 'Cause I figured out the more I slow down
Holy shit, 52,000 calls on this shit. There's $3,050 calls out here. Diesel defects, what's good, baby? There's 3,300 open $50 calls on this bitch. What about Zoom Info? How's Zoom Info doing? Those $50 calls are gonna print, dude. What's wrong with oil? What's wrong with you, oil? What's wrong with you, oil? That gas is up, so wouldn't that be that WLL or whatever it was? Was it WWL or WLL or whatever the fuck we were looking at? What were you looking at? WLL? Whiting Petroleum, that's what we're looking at. Are they up? They should be up like crazy, yeah. Holy shit. Why can't I make plays like that? For real. Get out of the market or stay. I'm staying in the market. I mean, you gotta do you know what I mean? You gotta do you. This thing still has massive room to run though, doesn't it? Like, dude, they're at fucking 235. I mean, come on. Before the crash, they were at... See, this is weird though. Like, they had a gap down here months before the crash. Like, they were already on like a serious decline. They scare me. They scare the fuck out of me. I put it all on the line. We have $74 in buying power. I don't give a fuck. We're putting it out there, baby. It's time to make money. This is a fucking once in a lifetime fucking come up right now. Get the fucking come up, baby. Get the come up. We're not stopping. Like, it's not stopping. I'm up 5.5% on Nikola. What the fuck? I told you it's real deal over there. It's real deal. You just stick with me. Stick with your boy. I'm gonna take care of all of us. We're gonna get this. It's real deal over here. I'm printing in this bitch. Printing. I'll bring the ETF research for real, dude. For real, streamer girl. You sent us down an ETF rabbit hole this weekend. It was great. It was great. A 40% of Nikola. Gotta love it, God Medics. Let's go. We're gonna get rich over here. The whole group, as a team, we're gonna become millionaires and billionaires. This is gonna be a crazy group of people to be a part of. I'm telling you. It's only growing. We're only growing. Gotta protect that long-term principle for sure. For sure. Well, then when your channel gets too big, we'll all start losing money. No, we won't, because we'll move the market. Think of all these CNBC dudes, dude. They fucking make so much money because they're just like, yeah, I bought these calls this morning. And they're like, pew! And they're like, fucking, sell! Sell, 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 sell! Uh-oh, Nicola's like, come on now. God, they must put limits in before they go on air to hit this. I'm sure they do. I'm not chasing Nicola. I missed that boat. That's fair enough. At $50 a share, that's fair enough. Until they report a quarter, I totally do not, like, you know, I don't disagree with that maneuver at all. I'm a burner. I'm buying the 515 put spread on Crapola Airlines. Dude, I was thinking selling puts on American Airlines right now, Prince, for $2,000 risk, and this was more on Friday, it was $3. But for $2,000 risk, you can bring in 262 right now that American Airlines will be over fucking $20 in 11 days. Over a 10% return on your money in 11 days still. Come on now. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? That's some shit right there. Everything's inflated. I wonder, it's probably the same on Oxy too. You could just sell some puts. A little less, a little less. People know this motherfucker's going up. I'm a burner. Damn, D-King making the comeback. What a great purchase Killingbird made this morning, dude. See, that's another example of a smart crew member we got that comes through here. He's like, bam, buying the bottom of this shit. Holler at me, you know? Sports are gonna make a comeback, and then this shit is raging. Buy the dips! Buy the dips! I agree, I agree. Look at it, just coming right back, no problem. Was never even scared. Swanson. Here comes the red. The spy. Uh-oh. Spy's giving it back a little bit on Air Canada. Spy's giving it up too. How low did we go? It's okay, we're gonna go negative on a Monday, that's totally fine. The rest of the week will tick up, it'll be great. This is where ADMA shines too, right? I'll be covered before end of day for sure. That's what's up. Bought 2 D-King weekly calls. Dang, the big Rodney. Calling a bottom in the D-King, huh? What was your price strike for Friday? What were we just like? We were on something there that just shot up. Was it ADMA? 38. I like it. I like it. Interesting. Oil's getting wrecked, isn't it? Yeah.
Yellow diamonds in my ear, call them lemonheads, lemonhead, end up dead, ice like Winnipeg, gemstone, Flintstones, you can say I'm friends with Fred, you unhappy, scrappy, I got the tacky at me, bitches say I'm tacky daddy, range look like Laffy Taffy. Sing, it's me, clap.
I'm down on XOP XLE this morning. Oh well, I think we'll be fine. Just let the week shake out. Yeah. Yeah, let the week shake out.
Yo, I'm from where Nicky Barnes got rich as fuck. Rich and A hit the kitchens, then we're pitching up. Rob Bass, Mace, Dougie Fresh, switched it up. I do both, who am I to fuck tradition up? So
Need more kids to get their allowance, fake unemployment. There we go, ADMA, let's go, dude. It's your turn. It's your turn, ADMA. Take the wheel. Take the wheel, finally. Heard they love Nicola. Nicola to the moon, dude. I'm about to order one of the cars, the trucks. I'm not even kidding you. I'm about to order a Nicola truck. And be the first one to fucking YouTube fucking review that bitch and drive it around town. And print out the money for the fucking truck just off the YouTube ad revenue. What do you know about that fucking play? What do you know about that fucking play? Number 138 on Robin track for Nicola, but it's 75 by the end of the day. Wicked momentum pulling back above VWAP here. Come on, ADMA, do work. Which play what? Cranking what? What are we cranking? Oxy double touches this bottom here of 22. Is the SPY getting just beat up right now? It's only 10:30 in the morning. We're only an hour into the morning. That's what's up, Rodney. I like this. Look at the SPY giving it up, though. Damn, Nicola can't stop, won't stop. Look at that. Back in square. Square. Oh shit. Yeah, that'd have been nice to get right before VWAP there. I like square. I don't know when 80 Amazing to go on a rally, but I would love for it to get back up to $5 fucking please. Yeah, I agree with that, Streamer Raw. I definitely agree with that. Dun, 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 dun. Is DK rallying hard? Holy shit. Talk about a V recovery. Talk about a V recovery. That's why we're not letting it go. We're not fucking scared. God, it's just stuck in this little fucking channel right now. Whenever that thing takes off, it's gonna be dope. The $30 call in America Airlines we sold for 65 cents is worth half today. Nice little come up. Yeah, they gotta have some liquidity. That's a big issue. I want to be able to sell covered calls on my money that's also just working. You know what I mean? Oil is taking it to the face, isn't it? It is. Oil's fucked. If you have high fees, you should have tight spread or active management with the options and leverage. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. The higher the fees, the more active they need to be in generating more income off of it, right? Otherwise, what are we paying for? But it's passive with huge spreads. Performance is crazy good, but it's too hard to trade. It's only up 52% on the day. XLK? What is that? Spider Trust for what? Technology? Oh. That's not a bad thing. Buy on a red day. Not a bad thing at all. ADMA, go above $3, you piece of shit. Yeah, oh, for sure. Damn, D-King is raging. How's Penn doing? Penn's gonna hold. It's climbing out of its hole finally. I'm surprised. I still can't buy this June $45 callback on D-King. And it's trading at 37.68 right now. Like, there is expected upward movement in D-King still. Same with Penn. American Airlines looks like it wants to go past VWAP again. We're at the 11 o'clock hour here. Jeez, Nikola on a tear. Look at this tear Nikola's going on. Can't stop, won't stop over here. Ugh. I need to wake up. Rocket Man, Nicola's Rocket Man. Holy fucking shit, did you just see that? Big green bars, Nicola, 150.53. Print that money, get motherfucking paid, bitch. Now you can cost average in, streamer girl. You can just cost average your way into it. No big deal. Print that Nikola money, baby. Up about $300 today, just in that one ticker. Oil's going down, nickel is going up. We need Oxy to make its comeback. Oh my god, $54, dude. What is happening here? $10 more would be a heart attack? What are you talking about, girl? We got fucking 25 of these bitches. Got 25 of these bitches. Watch the reversal. It's coming. It's not coming, Drodney. You shut your mouth with that. Negativity. This is fucking real, man. This shit is real. Get your negativity out of here, brother. Brother. Headed towards the green on the day. Ride it! Dude, we're riding the rocket ship right now. Sucks to be a hater, dude. Sucks to be a hater! Sucks to be a hater, baby! Woo! 55 now. Get you some of these chicken tendies, baby. Shit, I took out puts. You're gonna be hating. Good luck, sir. Good luck to you, Rodney. Post the proof of that in the Discord so I can fucking laugh my ass off. Post the proof in the Discord. Please, I dare you. Please, I dare you. CBA SS057, thank you for the follow. And then tomorrow you're gonna be like, what the fuck, madman? We'll see, we'll see. We will see. We will see. What up? Good day so far. It's an alright day for us. It's an alright day for us. We need Occidental to keep gapping up overnight. Sorry for the question, but I'm new. No, don't worry about it. I love questions. If my limit price for Nikola is $2.95 and only one of my orders went through, am I ever going to get my other 4? Since I doubt it's going to go down that low again. No. I don't know what you're talking about, $2.95, but I think you mean like $42.95? Or $52.95? I mean, it might get down to $52.95. You might get your order filled here. With that huge gap up, it's got to pull back at some point. So if you're saying $52.95, you might get it filled. You know, I wouldn't chase. You know, there's no need to chase. If you got some of it, fine. You know what I mean? Dude, this shit's up 49% today. Like, what? We just need ADMA to get its ass in gear. And we need Oxy to get its ass in gear. We need oil to go up and we'll get a huge jump in Occidental. I'm feeling mad suicidal, so I think I'm gonna try. Oh my god, did I erase all my ETF stuff? Jesus. Price I bought my calls at was $2.95, but now it's $6.50. So what I'm saying is, will I ever complete the rest of my order for $2.95? Probably not. Not unless there's a huge pullback. Not unless there's a huge pullback. Which it doesn't seem to be doing. This seems to be a legit company.
realizing what I'm up against, I guess I'm just gonna have to face the consequence. Snap back to reality. I gotta think fast, got some motherfuckers after me.
That might have been a good buying opportunity there, the little dip we're in right now. It definitely was. Now it definitely was. For sure is. This thing's gonna be at a fucking $100. Poker Chef Jeff, what's good, dude? We downloaded Tarkov. We got it. Poker Chef Jeff, we got it. Dude, this shit is raging. What the fuck, dude? Nicola. This shit is out of control, yo. We are down 300 on the day, but I have a feeling that's not a problem. Jesus! We're gonna make it all back in Nicola right now. I am not in any crypto right now. I have like $7 in Bitcoin, that's it. I need to get back in. I gotta take some money off ACR and get back in. Think the market will go up? I do. You recommend a dollar amount for entry into day trading? The more the better, CBASS. The more the better for sure. It's hard to day trade with smaller amounts because you need more volatility of movement to actually make anything, you know. I would start with swing trading, you know, where you're not trying to get in and out in the same day, but you're following the momentum over the course of a week or a few days or something like that, you know what I mean? Or piling into one of these ETFs. Keep depositing and piling into one of these ETFs until you have enough to start day trading with. Look at this thing fucking going insanity, dude. Fuck that, I missed the Nicola boat. This is crazy. What losses? Stocks only go up, Chad. To the moon, baby. To the moon, baby. It's going higher. Did it get froze? Did they freeze it? They froze it. It froze. In Texas? What do you mean? What's happening? Why'd it get halted? We're gonna get hammered when it reopens? Too much too quick? I think I want to burn a day trade while I'm up 30%. Here comes the red. Nicola, let's go. Uh-oh, I'm scared. Can't buy puts on halted stocks, can I? No, you cannot. You cannot. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. This is just like my first car. Don't be scared. Diamond hands. Diamond hands. Diamond hands. YOLO. Dude, now Occidental could just come back. crashing. You think it's gonna crash when it opens back up, huh? We're gonna be watching it. Holy shit, Z is on a tear too. Now we're tearing it up in Z. We got that shit too, motherfuckers. We got 10 shares of Z. Let's go, baby. Dude, don't sleep on your boy. Don't sleep. Printing money over here. This is going up. What do you mean? Nickel is going up. It's not going down. They had to freeze it because they were like, whoa, let us get some of that. We need some too. Hold on. Hold on. Shit's about to open at $75. 150% today. They had to call the PPG. Let's go. Go, chat. CHK did blow up today. Wow, and it did fucking, and it stayed there. And it stayed there. Where Oxy is failing. Apps is Apps on a tear too today. Woo! Let's go, baby. Wow, from down like 500-600 at one point to only down 100 in the middle of the day. All the pressure is on Oxy to just make the come up here. Make the come up happen. ADMA as well. I dabbled in stocks for a long time, but I didn't get heavy into it until you got me motivated, so thank you for that. Let's go, Killing Bird! Let's go, baby! You've actually earned me more now. Can't say the same for that 137 Bazinga Pro service. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Yeah. When do they reopen it? When does it open? How long does it get paused for? What the fuck is happening to my oil? I don't know. Oil's getting... Oh shit, here we go. It's dumping now. Dude, it's holding fire. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Can't stop, won't stop, baby. Can't stop, won't stop. No. Can't stop, won't stop. We're holding $60. People want this shit. People want this shit. People want it, baby. It's like a fucking McDonald's Big Mac. They need it in their fucking veins. They need Nicola right now. Old Whiska, thank you for the biddies. Sell now. Get out of here, Phenom. We ain't selling shit. We ain't selling a damn thing. I'm not selling shit. I'm not selling anything. Thank you, Old Whiska, for those biddies. Let's go, Old Whiska. People who bought this AM are up 5,400%. I'm not selling shit. I'm not selling shit, Rodney. I'm not selling shit, dude. Coming from the impossible out here, bruh. Tell me shit.
Yeah. Free G5 on G5.
I'm not selling fucking shit.
Toast to them all. She said she love me, but I know the truth. She been fucking my dog. Lately,
Kroger's cranking. Well, people are either selling or they're allocated shorts. I feel like people are selling after such a huge profit. Some people are like, all right, this is crazy. But I'm okay with that. I'm longer on this company. I'm long term on this company. This is a whole. Trust, this is a whole.
You can ask God. I know they hate it. I see they face it. They mad I made it.
If it pulls back to VWAP, that's like healthy, right? I feel like that's healthy. I'm not even afraid. That's a bit of red there. Just a little bit, dude. It's 3 minutes of red. Like, calm down. Let's back out here on the chart here. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at the 30-minute chart. You know what I mean? Ease the pain. You know what I mean? Watching minute to minute is kind of stupid. It's not the smartest thing to sit here and watch the minute to minute. You know, watch the 15 minute. Look at that 15 minute bar. Look at that 5 minute bar. We're chilling. There's too much tick second by second. There's just too much going on.
She said she love me, but I know the truth. She been fucking.
We need Oxy to get moving.
Lately I've been feeling crazy, so I ain't been answering calls. I just been getting the money and saving and keeping my back on the wall. I'm never gonna fall.
It is though.
Straight to the money,
I like the direction it's headed.
I'ma go straight to the top.
We're clawing back. We're clawing back any losses.
I'ma go straight to the stars.
Remember when I said space? Fuck space. Fuck space. I hate that stock. $17? Good for it. Good for it. That doesn't mean anything. Do you know how many bag holders are fucking back here? On this ride up? Do you know how many people are fucking stuck in this thing at 20 bucks? Space. I'm out on space. I'm about to get rich and buy a fucking ride on SpaceX that actually goes way out to space. Like, I'm gonna go to a fucking space station and float around for a few days in a space hotel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take a fucking little airplane ride with space. Space. These people ain't doing shit. They ain't doing shit. You're holding the ticket. Look at Nicola. It's like, alright, let's stay reasonable. Only up 50% today, guys. Let's keep it reasonable. You know, 50% today, guys. That's enough. 54%. You know what I mean? Can't let you get too rich too fast. For Christ's sake.
From the mud, ain't no point in you clean. Our motivation for the ones who nobody was feeding. All the medics still give them the same kick.
Is oil coming back at all?
Game 6 fit and make them replay like they stuck on the same disc. I give them new, never stretching the same brick, never the same.
My bad, I came in and fell asleep.
Dude, I have a feeling we're going to see a massive rally in oil going into the afternoon. I have a feeling oil's lagging right now, but it's about to just fucking... Who we getting follows from? G Martin 22, thank you for the follow. Let's fucking go. Do you feel it too? I do. Are you in Digital Ally at all? I do not know what Digital Ally is. What's the ticker? I'm not in it currently. Is Nicola getting shit on now, huh? Something gets halted, you get rid of it. Is that the thing? They were like, whoa, 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 calm down, calm down.
I'm packing up my bags, book a night, another hotel. It's a lot that could go down, so I'm hoping everything goes well. Came into this game, giving rules to you lames, be the one that's holding you down. Try to count you out, it's a shame, and that's fucked up. But as long as I got my family and my niggas, everything will be okay.
What is it? What are we talking about now? DGLY.
And that's fucked up.
Digital Ugly? What is this? Digital Ally? What do they do? Holy shit, up 68%. What the fuck did they do?
It was 2014, and I was about to go on tour, and you was
Reduce,
all up in my face,
sell.
saying that you want more, and I was getting tired of fronting for the public, saying I could do.
Produces digital video and imaging storage for... No way. What's the Taser company? Fuck this company. What's that Taser company that does all that? Fuck Riot Gear and shit. Fuck that. I don't support that. I don't support that shit at all. Fuck that. I'm new. Can you explain why, if you thought it was going to fall back to VWAP, why you wouldn't sell at 60 and buy back at VWAP? Nickel just to buy and hold free no matter what. Yeah, I'm just holding it, and I don't want to, like, I never know. We don't have a crystal ball, so I'm just okay with just holding it. Like, I'm up. My buy-in is $41. Like, I have no intention. I'm not trying to and I have no day trades. That's another issue too. I don't have any day trades available because my account's under 25,000. I can't day trade. I was in DGLY at 223 and stop lost at 355. Salty. Wasting a day trade too, yeah, for real, yeah, I'm just holding. It's already back to $55, like, I don't want to try and time all that. But did I use my day trades on airlines and other stuff last week and stuff? Would have been worth it probably. Got a nickel at 46. I think we're good. I think if you bought it right now, I think you're good. My prospect for this company is all these people that are fucking scared, afraid, saying it's not real, dude. By the time everybody says it's real, this stock is going to cost so fucking much. The point is, this is the speculation of it. You know what I mean? That's where you fucking get in. I'm going off the gut feel of days and days of watching this CEO interview on big and small channels on CNBC, all the way down to JMac Investing on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a gut feel for what I feel about the CEO. His story, his history seems real to me. You know what I mean? The whole thing just in my gut, it feels real. That's just my gut feeling. I could be totally fucking wrong. But I think my gut feeling is this thing's real. And as the months pass and news gets released, we're going to be like, holy shit, this company's legit. And by that time, the stock's going to be so fucking high, you're all going to be bitching, it's hard to buy now. The stock's so high. The stock's so high. It's so high right now. It was so high yesterday. It was so high last fucking week. It was so high when it was at $18 fucking dollars, and it was trading for VTIQ and shit. You know what I'm saying? Growth is always expensive. You want the growth, you need to pay the fuck up. Yeah, but there's no hydrogen gas pumps. Where are they going to fill up at? Dude, they've solved that, dude. They're making these large truck contracts. They know the lanes. They know where Budweiser is going from a distribution to, or from a plant of production to distribution warehouses. They're going to put the plants along the routes of those truck lanes that are already set up. You know what I mean? It's the chicken or the egg thing that they solved. I think it's genius. I think they're doing it. Ride the hype, just get out on time. I think the hype's gonna last months on this motherfucker. Look at it, it's almost back to $60 already. You guys are like, sell, 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 sell. Sell, Rand, sell. Sell. The next thing you guys are going to be like, what about the taxes? What about the taxes? Like, fucking Jesus. Haters out here. Haters. So many people sold Tesla at 450 and then cursed themselves. For real. For real. Let's go. Look at ADMA now on that quiet tear. On that quiet tear. Don't let ADMA. Don't get it twisted. Oxy's getting fucked up though. Oxy's getting fucked up. One day you've just written the future of automotive history. I knew you were too ADD for ETFs. I admit I sold some of mine today. It's true, way too ADD. But some of my money needs to get in there as the account grows. You know what I mean? Like, we still hold some. We still hold some. We got fucking QQQ. We got Spine here. We got VV in here. You know what I mean? We're gonna add momentum and Degro and BSDA and SPHD. We're gonna add all that over the next couple weeks. It's not going away. It's not going away. Damn, where did we lose 2K at open? What? That's just ADMA. Who cares?
I wish I had an explanation.
Stream every day. I try to. Phenomenal. I try to. We try to stream every day, open to close of the market. Like, I try to get on around like 8 to 9 a.m. and try to go all the way to 5 or 6 p.m. I have a meeting here in an hour, so I'm gonna have to shut it off around lunch. I might come back for the close when we're done. I might not. I might just crash and take a nap, and we'll be back tomorrow, or maybe later tonight to play some Tarkov or something like that. But yeah, we're trying to make this our job, Phenom. We're trying to make this our job, man. Dude, look at this thing. This thing's a beast. Old Wisco, thank you for those biddies. Let's go, baby. I feel like I owe Old Wisco some lunges, huh? Get those fucking hips moving real quick. Stretch it out a little bit. MGM looking juicy. Nice, so what is Penn doing? Is Penn on its way back home? Nope. We're stuck in our pen, which is fine. We're fine with that. Fucking D King climbing. Alright, Old Wisco. 10 a leg, right? Make some room here. Oh. I need some water. I'm just gonna sip a little bit of coffee. I don't even drink soda. Niggas gotta live sober. I wrote this blowing doja. Niggas know I'm a soldier. OPM till it's sober. Phone by Motorola. I fuck with honeys that's older. I got money that's older. 18 karat that's golden. Interviews on the phone. Living life like a stoner. You can hit, I don't own it. I'm afraid to step back too far because of this fucking chair. My car look like a loner. I got hoes in Arizona. They got a college diploma. And my watch got pneumonia. Your girl got a cute face. Her friend got a nice body. And they just wanna have fun. Dude, SpongeBalls, thank you for the fucking fall. Up sub with a prime, dude. SpongeBalls 25, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Dude, I think that makes our 30th sub. We have 29 it's showing right now. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Where were we at? Oh, what the fuck? Stream girl with the sub, dude. Thank you so much. Let's fucking go. 46 viewers out here today. You guys are fucking awesome. Woo! Dude, you guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Get some water. I need some. No, that was only one fucking leg. We can't go get some water on one leg here. That's fucking... I'm gonna have one fucking strong leg, one weak ass leg. One sub, re-ups. I'm in. I appreciate it, guys. Don't worry, dude. Thank you. We got 31 subs. We're growing. Viewership's growing. Everybody's making money. We're making moves. That's what it's all about. Day trade account rule applies to margin accounts. I think it applies to anybody under 25K. Dude, hype train. Renandu with the sub. Let's go, baby. 32 subs. Let's go. Let's go. Holy shit. Hype train. Dude, the Soul Reaper 92 with the sub. What? Let's go. Oh my god. You guys are fucking awesome. Soul Reaper 92. Thank you guys so much. Holy shit. Renandu. Streamer Girl. SpongeBall's 25. Old Wisco for all the biddies every day. Dude, thank you guys. Let's fucking go. Alright, we gotta do the other leg though. I can't just one leg. You guys are gonna distract me. I'm never gonna do the other leg. I'm gonna have one fat ass leg. Fearless Patrick, what's going on? Let's go! Phenom 1 with the sub. Let's fucking go! Let's go! Holy shit, you guys are fucking awesome. My god. Holy fucking shit. Look what I started! It's going apeshit in here. You guys are fucking awesome. Boochies gifting the tier 1 sub to fucking Fearless Patrick. I don't care either. Subscribing for tier 1. Let's fucking go, dude. What is going on? It's going insane in here. What the fuck? You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Boochies. I don't care either. Phenom. Dude, Fearless Patrick, Old Wisco, Soul Reaper, Randandu, Streamer Girl, SpongeBall. IVR is going to the moon, man. What is IVR? Invesco Mortgage Capital. Oh shit, that's what's up. We were in NRZ for a while. I bet it's raging too. We should have kept it. Oh no. But best stock stream out here. No cap. Let's go, baby. I don't care either. Gifting a sub to Old Wisco. Let's go. Chat, you just brought us up like a third of our subs. We have like 36 subscribers right now. Like, this is crazy. This is fucking out of control. You guys are amazing. I appreciate it. Who the fuck in the fuck? Who's that dog, Mr. Peanut Butter? Dude, thank you for the sub. It is fucking going insane. What are you people doing right now? What are you people doing right now? This is fucking crazy. Holy shit, we have 38 fucking subs right now. This is out of control. Old Wisco dropping the biddies. Dude, 43 viewers right now. My god, you guys are amazing. This has been a great Monday. It's been a great Monday regardless of how the market goes. We're down 225 bucks. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Nicola's boss. Is it still bossing out here? Nicola is making moves. Nicola is making fucking moves out here. Holding like Braveheart. All aboard, hold! What are you doing skipping your meeting? We're not skipping the meeting. We cannot skip the meeting. I can't. can't. I wish I could. I wish I could. We're gonna get it done though. We're gonna get our work done and we'll be back. We gotta get our work done though. We got a lot of orders and gift boxes that gotta go out. Part of learning is being able to be okay with losses. Absolutely. Learn from your mistakes and move forward. Future's ripping, dropping 100 biddies on us. You guys are fucking amazing. Let's go. Let's go. It's fucking 11:30 a.m. hype right now. Nicola can't stop, won't stop over here. Not even mistakes, just being okay with the trade going negative before it goes positive. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I feel that. I hate that I have to fucking cut us here soon. Old Wisco, you're awesome, dude. Thank you for the biddies, my man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that, sir. Times is hard. 22? Supposed to do. Stocks continue to rally on hopes of reopening. Let's fucking go! Old Wisco keeping the biddies on flow. We need Oxy to go up. What are you doing, Occidental? Dude, hype success. What? Dude, you guys are awesome. 9 subs, 129 bits. Holy fucking shit, dude. Halfway through level 3 seems good. Holy shit. American Airlines bleeding off. Oxy bleeding off. It's like the hype on the day is dying out in the market. Not in the stream, but in the motherfucking market. Choo choo. Let's go, Old Wisco. Let's go, baby. Just keeps the bits fucking flowing over here. 10 seems to be finding a bottom, which is fine. D King is leveling off, which is fine. American Airlines is level over here up 5%. Like, we're fine. Oxy's doing the same, and it's probably gonna rage into the fucking close today. Here around 11 a.m. is when the floor manager and traders are out getting their tuna salad subs and Italian style grinders. Oh, it's true. It's lunch right now, for sure. I'm thinking about lunch right now. Just ordered a pizza to celebrate. KO still rising. It's scary. Holy shit. What is this? What was that? Anonymous tipped $5. Late to bed means late to rise. It's the wake and bake, baby. When I open my eyes, let's fucking go. Dude, you're awesome, Anonymous. I appreciate it. Let's fucking go over here. Cheers for that $5 tip. Let's go. I got the brisket in the CV machine for 24 hours. Damn, that sounds so good. That sounds so fucking good right now. Came back ballin'. Alright, we got 30 minutes. I gotta get to a fucking meeting. I can't hold out any longer. I'm trying to hold out as long as I can for you guys. But when I'm done with my meeting, I'm done getting shit done for the day, we will fucking be back. I can't promise that, but we'll definitely be back tomorrow. You already know it. Alright? Alright, doing my 20 now 20. We're gonna do it. I'll do it off stream. I'm gonna send it over. I'm gonna send it over to stock stream, alright? Give some hype, dude. Give some hype when we go over there. Fucking show them what the crew's about. All y'all just got a bunch of emotes. Drop some bombs when we get over here, alright? I will come back. I'll come back. I'll come back for close of market. We'll definitely be back for close of market today. Chat, I appreciate it. It's been fucking awesome. We'll see you here in a few hours after we get all our work done. Peace.